look like a troll.
Disturbing. We kicked the thing's ass pretty
Yeah,
easily.
you kicked its ass pretty easily, and it had some accompaniment of some kind of ninjas, which through some past experiences you kind of figured might have been a mirage. So you could assume that these were somehow some gift of grace field that produced these effects. But as no culprits were found, and it seemed like the guards on duty were not injured in any harmful way, you guys pressed on to the matters at hand. There you found what seemed to be the location found in one of the photos in the office, thought to belong to Jinzo. Sorry. Um, you took to exploring and finding things where you found letters of subterfuge, I guess, that kind of painted Segundia in a bad light and offered to only really harm the League and its political ties and financial ties and things of that nature. Um, you also found bindings in one of the main rooms that seemed out of place and eventually came to find someone had put peanut butter in the fridge, and what kind of monster would put peanut butter in the fridge? You unlocked a secret passageway where you went far, far, far below the ground, where you came across a secret lab of sorts where experiments seemed to have been taking place, where you found all kinds of manners of interesting paraphernalia. You were met with an individual going by the name of Mozzie. Is that what I called him?
Which one?
Yeah, Mozzie. Yeah, I just had forgotten the fucker's name. And a troop of mercenaries who you only heard the name less. There you saw three of the Espada Malvada, the
Evil sword.
trash, yeah, the evil sword gang who had a bounty for 1 silver or 10 silver, one apiece. Who what's the word for littering? They had been captured or seemed to be being punished. You saw some figure there who called himself Caesar R. Chavez, who claimed to be the father of Jesus and the current head of the drug cartel of the League of Segundia. While you didn't dispatch your foes, you learned some interesting information. Some kind of insect placed upon Jesus's head, which was meant to turn him into an infernal, but instead had some kind of other effect, which was very questioning. Having sparked, interest, Mozzie decided to take what he found as research and skedaddle and left his base there, where you ransacked and took everything that may or may not have been of value. There you found some interesting information, uh, a book regarding constructions of abominations and runes, and something only referred to as the soul siphon, that was quickly destroyed. Um, you kind of report the findings to your contact, um, Kina, who told you to get a night's rest and that they would handle the rest. Some of you chose to go and find sleep, and others to work out your anger. You last had a couple of you, finding sleep. Tylo going to the pits, working out his anger whenever he was brought a letter by a distraught goblin, and it just read Dio. And that's where we ended. However, that's not where we're going to start. Kai, you found sleep, yes. You did some other, maybe, got some food, maybe just, what were you doing? Yeah,
And
you
how
kind
does
of
it
watch
look?
the.
Watching the moon.
Well, you wouldn't watch the sunset because it was far, far,
Yeah,
far into
probably
the night.
10
Yeah,
midnight. So I just watching the moon, just on a rooftop somewhere.
yeah. You're on the rooftop of the moon somewhere, and you kind of like fall into like a haze. Not necessarily like almost like a daydream where you just kind of zone out a little bit. You're not falling. You're not like losing balance. You're just like in that meditative kind of still state, and you just kind of like zone out until you kind of all you see is black, and then it kind of shifts to like a white where you're kind of like looking on this kind of hellscape. It's just plain white, and it seems like you can see like grays of like skulls and fires and almost like a dystopian like uh kind of area.
Hmm.
um you and you've been here before in some of your dreams,
Right.
and you kind of look around and you kind of call out, and all you hear is just the echo of your own voice.
Hmm.
And you look and you see. I'm going to post what you see inside of Eriast chat. I didn't make a. Should have made a note for it. It'd probably been cooler that way. But um, you see this.
Like
You see
nearby,
like
like
yeah, it's kind of in front of you. Like you kind of look by and you see like the grave, like kind of uh, runescape in the background, and then kind of in the front you just see an individual, and it looks familiar to you, and it just kind of calls out and just says, "You accepted us." And typically, this voice is always very gruff and monstrous in nature, but this time it seems very clear.
I knew I shouldn't have drunk that Kool-Aid. Accepted is a very strong word, but
Well,
come to
maybe
it's
fighting it is better. You didn't fight us.
yeah. I know what I am. I come to terms with it.
Yet, you really haven't used us. So it makes me think you haven't. You say you have, but you haven't.
You read me so well. Are you actually in my head, or am I being placed somewhere else? Like I don't know. It's
I mean, if you're placed somewhere else, does it not matter if it's in your head as well?
whoa, that's too deep for my brain. Or down just a little bit. But yeah, I kind of feel you guys, but at the same time, I I
He
know
kind of his like horns kind of perk, and he kind of gets closer to you on the little orb and just kind of like, you guys, as the like the voices kind of echoes and ups and downs and tones and voices, and you
this.
it's almost, yeah, it's like, you're more perceptive than you seem, young one.
Of course, there's got to be more than you, unless you caused this entire mess yourself.
Oh no, that wasn't me. That was the betrayer.
Ah, so we have a system here too, good versus bad.
It's how it's always been. It's probably how it always will be.
So, do you need me?
Oh, well, that's an interesting question. Do you need yourself?
Always, because she needs me.
Ah, yes, she. As he kind of waves his hands, and you see like this image kind of come up, and he kind of. It starts from the bottom and it kind of grows, and it seems like he's building something. You're not really sure what, but it finishes, and you see this like him standing next to an individual.
Mhm.
Her, huh? And he just kind of looks at you,
Could you let her go for me, please?
and he kind of like. It seems like he's embracing her, and he kind of like embraces too hard, and it kind of turns to smoke. It's like, oh, that was but an illusion, child. She's not
Yeah,
here.
it's just a thought. Kind of bites his lip,
She.
like, all right, yeah, but that's what I'm talking.
So next time I ask to come out, you won't fight. You feel like that sinister, like I. You're probably dealing with something a little darker at this point. Where once it was like something more tame and more calm, that intent kind of shifts a little bit.
Okay. He'll respond like, I'm still me. I may be able to tap into your power, but you won't control me.
And he gets really up in your face, like snarls, and you can kind of feel that heat
Mm-hmm.
emanating,
I am
and he
bona
kind of
fide.
turns his back. You'll learn. You'll come crawling back and just asking for more of that until you just succumb.
Nah.
But until that,
You gotta
he kind
offer
of
me sleep first. Truth is
he
that's
kind of he just kind of sits on his orb and just kind of twirls his kind of like staff and just,
Mhm.
it's early, but you should get some rest. And you kind of fade out, and you're kind of in that cold sweat, still kind of looking at the stars and the moon, but you kind of
Moon.
look around and you kind of look at your hands and you kind of rub your fingers
Mhm.
and you kind of feel like ash on your fingertips.
Sheesh. Am I dusty or is this the rooftop?
Definitely not the rooftop.
Should go bathe. Feel dirty.
So you do so, and if you go to sleep, you have yourself a wonderful rest. It's a little stressful, and but you find yourself coming to sleep if you choose to do so.
Oh,
Um,
sorry.
Tylo, you kind of look at the goblin, and he hands you the note that says Dio, and he goes, "Yeah, he just kind of came in and totally not doing his persona, not in his garb, but totally like flabbergasted, beside himself. He doesn't seem injured. He doesn't seem harmed, but he hands you the letter.
Kylo opens it.
It's an invitation to a duel in 2 weeks' time in Velazzo. It says that if you can make it, fantastic. He'd love to have you. But if you can't, he understands. And he'll see you at the big tournament if you're not too scared. And it's just signed Dio.
He looks to Goblin, I guess, because this is Goblin, right?
Yeah, it's Goblin. The same old Goblin you know.
All right. Does he know?
About like who you are, or like
Yeah, he just kind of he nods at that.
I guess above game. Are you referring to like that you yourself are the
Wild.
wild man, or your past?
Hmm. Both,
Because
basically.
then I would ask the question: would you have told your past to Goblin?
Kylo would not have told the past to Goblin.
Then he would. I mean, he came in looking for the wild man. He saw. He said something about seeing your performance with Weak Knuckles and thought you might have potential.
Wait. Uh. So this is just a bit above game. When Tylo went to the fighting pit, he wasn't dressed as the Wild Man.
Yeah, and the wild man. No, you fought Valen, right? We had that scene where you fought Valen, Weak Knuckles, yes, and
Yeah,
you finished.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. He's referring to that time.
Okay. I was just wondering how they would have found me at the fight pit.
The issue came to the where you fought and said, "Get this challenge to that person." And being that Goblin, I imagine knows who you are because
Yeah,
yeah,
Goblin
yeah.
knows.
So he brought it to you. So that's why Dio didn't drop off the letter. That's why someone else dropped it off to you.
Okay.
Are you okay? You looking a little bloody. Like, uh, Did you fight here today?
He just kind of looks back. Are there anybody? Is there anyone still
There
like
are a
getting
bunch
off?
of people just who have like gotten swollen eyes, just like busted teeth, just like everyone who's gotten their ass kicked. Like you're looking pretty rough yourself, but you're still standing, you're still working. But everyone else has seemed to like we're not gonna go again. We've already gotten our asses kicked too hard tonight. Like there's no money. At this point, it's not worth the money.
Oh right, money. Oh well. Title. I'm unfortunately the fights here are done. I think I'm going. Do you know if there's anyone else to fight Goblin?
I think you need to fight a pillow. I think you need to get some rest, or perhaps see a doctor. That eye of yours looks like. Can you even like see me? Like, am I invisible? He kind of like takes like a cloth and he kind of just like rubs your like arm, like because I imagine your knuckles are like pretty bloodied and maybe even a little swollen at this point, and just like starts wrapping, like taking off the old bandages, wrapping new bandages. Like, do you, is there anyone you can like stay with? I'm a little worried about you, and that's saying a lot for the wild man here.
He just gives a stern look, even with his close eye, like, do not call me that in public.
He's like, you're right. I've done what I needed. I'm just kind of.
His expression softens up. Maybe you are right.
And you realize that he only said it to you because you look around and there's no one around you. He's talking in a very like you and me kind of conversation, not like loud enough for anyone to really hear. Like no personas, no just person to person. So he, you know, while yes, in the moment it, seemed like it hurt a little bit when he said that, but he understands that maybe you're working through something. So he's just I should give you your space, but it's fine. I understand. I apologize, and I hope you at least take my advice and get some rest.
Logo, he just kind of pats Goblin on the shoulder and I guess walks out. He walks and walks. What time of, I guess, what time of day is it?
It is probably around like 4 a.m. You probably got 2 more hours until like the sun is coming up.
Hmm. Hello. Let me think. I won't try to take up too much time. Is there anything else he, I don't know, anything else that he can protect or fight as he's walking towards Victor's house?
Punch the rat.
Is there anything he can do? What? Punch or
Protect. Like Tylo, I'm not. I won't say it above game quite yet, but he's looking if he can to fight more. Any excuse to fight more.
Yeah, so you kind of wondering, what's your destination in mind? Are you going to a specific place? Just so I have like a point of reference.
He is going around. He's going to Victor's house, but he's taking a scenic route.
Like a long way. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
So on your way from where you were at, you kind of take the scenic route, and you kind of at first it's kind of quiet, and you kind of hear like barking of like dogs, and you kind of go and see, and there's like a cat kind of like stranded on a pole, and the dogs are like barking at it. Um, there's like that altercation, and whether you chase off the dog, obviously not harm the animal, but just like chase, like spook it off, you could do so. You happen to stance here. Let me give just a random. You know, yeah. You do kind of cross, like it's getting started, like then that morning where the drunk people are trying to find their way home, and one of the kind of like drunk individuals kind of makes too much of a heavy assumption of what was part of their date and kind of like presses on. They kind of do scream for help, and it just so happens that you're there. And you can, there's no rolls needed, just you, how do you resolve the situation?
Tylo will sneak up and pat the guy on the shoulder. Hey, buddy, is everything okay?
It's just like, fuck off. Can't you see I'm busy? His like pants are like kind of slooping down, falling a little bit.
Ah, yes. Hey, so he just kind of does a quick little sweep kick. Busy getting up, I see you.
Fucking asshole. And he kind of, it kind of rocks him a little bit, and the alcohol kind of shakes, and then he just starts vomiting on the floor.
Tylo will just kind of kick him to the side so he doesn't like is he on his is he still on his back or did he get up
Yeah,
and
yeah,
vomit?
he kind of, yeah. I mean, he turns to the side to vomit, like the motions of just like moving really quickly got to him, and he just like the force kind of like you hit the bottle, the bottle, like, and it just kind of comes up basically. So, yeah. So he's not like on his back, like throwing up in his mouth or anything.
Yeah.
But he seems to be winded at this point, and the lady kind of takes the opportunity to kind of like look at you, look at him, and like doesn't really say thank you, but just like nods like thank you for your help, and then just kind of like starts booking it.
Does he look like he's in any condition to fight?
Absolutely not. This man is completely sloshed. Like, chances of him even remembering what happened tomorrow, probably none.
Tylo is going to take off the guy's jacket, wrap it up in a small bundle, and put it on him as a pillow. It's
Okay.
the summer, so it shouldn't be hot. Like I think heat
It's
exposure is supposed to be.
yeah, it's not too hot. In fact, it's a little cold. Just it's temperate. It's not like overly cold. Like it's a little bit cloudy in the sky, but the stars are still kind of shining pretty bright. But yeah, it's he would probably be fine just sleeping here until morning. But he kind of like he has his head rested, and he's just like, and is just like kind of leans over to his side and just kind of like passes out. And kind of gasping a little bit, but he seems okay. You kind of look for any other altercations or things going on in the night. You kind of see, a couple guards just kind of wandering the street, but seem to be keeping to themselves for the most part. Um, at least this side of town seems kind of quiet. You can kind of hear in the distance like whistles of sorts, kind of like bells ringing, kind of like whistles. But you would assume that this is like the kind of man chase going on with Jinzo or any associates that they are taking care of, but it's on a different side of town.
Mm-hmm. Well, with no other interruptions, Tylo is going to walk up to the house.
Yeah. Inside, Victor's probably in his above ground little study area. He has like his coat and gloves off. He's like the thing for locating the one's broken. He's like implanting it into his left arm. Like as he's finished and screwing it in, and it like takes the form of a little compass, which then like, sinks down into his arm, covers by a plate. After he puts the stuff back on, I guess you're knocking.
Yeah. It's like what, 5 a.m. now? Would Victor be
Yeah,
resting?
Victor would be up. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and go ahead.
Yeah. Victor just like puts his stuff back on, turns off his music that's playing. Orbiter's probably like flies into the room squeaking at him.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
You hear it a second time, but you just hear a sudden thud.
Yeah, Victor would go to the door and, well, I guess first he'd look out like the people or whatever. Probably see no one there. I assume Tyler collapsed.
Yeah, Tylo is kind of heaving on the floor.
Yeah. Victor opens the door. So, Tyler, are you okay?
He looks up, about to speak, but he can't say any words. He can't think of what to say.
What happened to you?
I can't do it right. He's kind of fading in and out.
Yeah, come here. Like Victor would probably pick him up and sort of a bridal carry.
Right, you pick him up.
Yeah.
He's writhing in your arms a bit, kind of wincing in pain as the injuries after the adrenaline wears off are really starting to sink into him. He is absolutely bruised and beaten. You're not really sure how he was able to get, I guess, if he did walk this far, how he was able to make it. Might have been beat up in an alley close by, but the wounds from your, I guess, medical expertise seem like it's been a few hours.
Orbiter gets to the pond. And like Orbiter flies off through one of the back hallways as Victor follows past him.
Are you taking him down below?
Yeah. As Tyler's seen this area of Victor's house before, in the bit of consciousness that he has, fading in and out, he'd probably see Victor, as he's carrying him, approaching it, as a Orbiter on the side of it that has a wall presses a button that as the water begins to drain from the pool and the floor opens up into a stairway that Victor carries him down. Exiting over here into this massive room.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, like over here?
Yeah, we come in up there, but Victor would come and place you over under this table.
Okay.
Yeah. Get on it.
Alright.
Yeah. At which he'd probably just begin to fix you up, basically. Splint anything that's broken, bandage any wound.
So now that he knows, he's basically gonna be your DD, and Dexter's Lab
What?
is coming and fuck with your shit.
What?
He's gonna be your DD.
Oh, yeah.
In Dexter's Lab.
Oh my god, that's a fun thought.
Whenever he's always panning you here, and he's just always here for some reason now, just randomly. Hi, Victor.
Yeah, like he gives you some of the injections of the pre-flavored cure wounds thing I have, all that. Does Tyler remain at all conscious while he does this?
I'd say he's fading in and out. he's not really lucid, but you can talk to him.
Yeah, I guess after he finishes working. Tylo, are you there? Oh, oops, I forgot to turn this back on. Tylo.
Do you have comprehend languages prepared?
Yeah.
Yeah. He'll speak in Sylvan, but using comprehend languages, you'll be able to understand him. Everything hurts. Come on. You need to go further. I can't fail. I cannot fail.
Fail to do what?
I can't save anyone. I can't save. I can't do anything. Years training, can't do anything. Too stupid and not strong enough. Fires and flames all over again. Can't do this again. I can't. I can't.
Yeah, would like place one of his hands on your shoulder as you're laying there. Philo's son, what are you talking about? Is it those men that teleported away? Are you okay? Please talk to me.
Who are you?
It's me, Victor.
I have a friend named Victor. Yeah. I'm sorry. I lost him. I lost Dieter. I can't do anything great. And he starts fading out of consciousness.
Yeah. Okay. Go to sleep. Talk about this in the morning. Yeah, Victor would probably give you a sedative to make sure you actually rested.
Yeah.
You,
Okay.
yeah, you'd probably stay there, just waiting for you to wake up.
You're not talking as Victor. You gotta turn off the thing.
Oh, what? Oh.
I can understand you just fine, but yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you give him a sedative, and his his heart rate kind of slows down, but you know that is an okay sign. He's got plenty of oxygen. He's resting. It seems like he's resting deep. You tend to any minor wounds and abrasions, fine, and you spend your as you said time in your lab, kind of waiting for him to at least wake up. Time passes and eventually he does wake up, but we'll kind of. Are you doing anything while you wait?
Probably not.
Okay.
Victor's worried, actually worried.
Yeah, that's fine. So you kind of dote on him while he rests. Artemis, I don't remember you saying you doing anything the last time. Were you doing anything?
I go back to the maid cafe.
Right.
Let. Does Sona need to sleep?
We'll just say for all intents and purposes, probably not.
Probably?
Probably not.
Okay, probably not. Okay. So I have Flow sleep, and I have Sona help me look through all the books about the Bellspawn stuff and the pirate stuff, whatever else I find.
So
That's what it is. My time.
yeah. You guys use your time to kind of like just skim through everything that was kind of found, just to make sure we didn't lose any plot holes.
Mainly the Bellspawn stuff, because I might have to go back to a crime scene, so I'd rather it not be picked through as much. Just because anything else that I left behind.
Wait, so you would have stopped my guys ransacking?
Yeah, I said that last time. Like, if there's any Bellspawn stuff or any pirate stuff, Artemis would have took it from them.
Oh, okay.
Like,
yeah. Essentially, the information that everyone was thinking they got. As far as the items you took, I'm just going to give you, because I don't know what you plan to do with it. The other thing I was going to mention that I had forgotten was, for me, I will give you guys gold. You don't have to worry about just taking all the things that you can, to get, like, if there's something interesting, I'll make sure you guys
the valuables, right? Like, we loot it's assumed that we loot all the valuables in a place that we do.
Yeah, or just like assume that I'm going to either give you guys, what's your due. Whenever you guys just like throw everything in a bag, it kind of de-incentivizes me to put those kind of random cool and random things in there, because it just feels like everyone is just going to start taking everything. Like it's Skyrim. You walk in, steal everything from the houses.
If you can loot it, you loot it. Yeah.
Well, I was mostly taking the like scientific equipment that were obviously being used in that instance.
Yeah, I mean that's just like basic scientific equipment. Like, my point being, like, the things that are interesting were either like you don't know what they're used for, and just putting them in a bag might disrupt it, and it just like I said, as far as like information, you'll get the information. As far as random stuff, you'll get the gold.
Like how you were saying you took the scientific stuff, you can probably already just have that in your house. Like, I mean, if it's like, I need to buy a lot of it now for a big thing, you could be like, okay, and they could be like, it's like, I don't know, 20 gold, whatever, right? No big deal. But for the most part, like, we don't need to take, like, random small shit. We can probably just have it if we wanted it, or found it, or had it already in our house, or whatever. So it's more
I probably have something like what Victor has. Victor did it first, and I feel like I'm copying him.
You have the science room. Yeah, sure. I mean, you're both scientists, whatever, You have a laboratory, it's cool. Yeah. I mean, I was going to take some other people. Yeah. Is the green goo? Is it the same green goo that my bird dude had?
Maybe.
Okay. The goo.
Maybe.
It's all the flubbers. It's fine. Yeah.
What's happened to all of his birds? I turned them into goo.
I mean, they were goo. Most of them like just dripping goo from all orifices of the body, but it's what it is. But yeah, I just do the research stuff. Because it's kill time. I don't really have anything important to do now, but this is pretty important, so...
Yeah, that's fine. So you and, Sona, you get to chit-chat a little bit more. You find out, among things that she kind of shares, she doesn't share her telepathic bond with her brothers. So you find out, like, little bits of this and that with her as you guys are kind of, like, pouring through the information, and you find a piece of information that you don't remember reading before, that it states that the Commonwealth of Kintra had a pirate-friendly port that cut off trade routes with Segundia.
Was that on the map?
Huh?
Was that on the map?
Here, go ahead. Yes.
X or something.
Yep. I'll go ahead and do it, just so we have a circle. Let's do blue, I guess. So you know that this right there.
Where?
Bottom here. Shift click and make sure I'm on the right plane. Yes.
Oh, way over there. Okay.
Oh.
The mountain? What is that? What is that for?
What?
What is that for?
What? The blue one?
No, the green one.
It's a place you guys know.
Do we?
Yes. So in the book, in your...
Oh, in the book. Yeah, the book style.
Yeah, in the book. Yeah, he said he was 3 days away from...
Yeah. Okay, never mind. I was like, what are we?
Yeah,
I'm thinking we had a quest there or something. I'm like, what? Why do we have to go?
I mean,
Okay, yeah,
sort
it's up
of.
to us. Yeah, it's up to us.
I mean,
to
it's
go.
information. I should
It's
put
where
it down, but I mean,
yeah. It's where they got the where the pirates got the book from, whatever, or where the guy had it for a few days.
Whoever
and then,
found the book found it. Yeah, so it's around that area.
The guy died, and then he lost the book. Someone else had the book, and they wrote more. Then eventually everyone keeps dying.
Yep.
So like it was close. Tyler almost died.
So yes, the pirate port is there in the blue. And in here, clearly, did Victor do anything to Tyler while healing him? Nothing strange. He didn't rape
Nothing
you.
strange. No. I didn't do anything weird.
It's his own.
I just wasn't sure if he
Didn't turn you into a stillborn. Relax.
No, that wasn't it. Like, did you put him in like a hospital gown or anything like that?
I mean, he probably removed like clothing to access anywhere that was clearly injured.
Did you tuck him in and kiss him goodnight?
Well, let's see. No blankets, no lips. So probably not.
Closest best you can do.
I imagine as you're sleeping, Gorber kind of like nestles on your chest and kind of like
Orbiter's probably nestled.
And kind of like you hear like it's like the rotors kind of like rev. The wings don't move, but it revs and like generates like a small bit of warmth that kind of blankets you, so you're not cold. Little DM intervention, cuteness. Anyways, So he didn't say anything else, but you find about there if you want to mark that. It was the let me see what name.
Dog Island.
This place, huh?
It's Dog Island. Let's go dog.
Dog Island? No, it can't be Dog Island.
Other folks in jail.
Yeah. Let me see.
So, I need to research that island then. So
I mean, I mean, you can always just assume that that's a
What's the name of it?
It's the Lost Word K. C-A-Y. Lost. Yep. The Lost Word K.
Okay. And it's in a small town there.
Yeah, it's a little small port there.
And that's the name of the port or the whole island?
That's the name of the port.
Okay. Just type it in there or something. That's fine.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Okay, cool. I was gonna do it if you don't.
Not put it in black because that'll just blend in, and it just put it in black. Oh well.
You can click on it, change it, highlight it to something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there.
I mean, it doesn't seem like it blends in too much. Seems like I can see it fine.
Yeah, I mean, you can keep everything in red if you want to keep it all the same, or make it highlighted green. Whatever. What are the brighter colors? The red, green, or blue. There's 3 highlighted colors.
Yeah, we'll just leave it. It looks fine.
That's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Okay.
Yeah.
And anything I need to figure out with the ball spawn stuff? Like, do I need to get?
So as far as the ball spawn stuff goes, it's really just kind of like a mount of rooms that they use. That's some of them have like sort of like religious context, but they're very different. Go ahead and make me like an intelligence check. I'm gonna say not with advantage from Sona, just because she's not really knowledgeable of these things. So
I don't think Artemis is really knowledgeable on anything intelligence-wise. I think.
then maybe you need some outside help then.
I mean, I have a bunch of outside help, but they just apparently none of them are knowledgeable about it. I don't know if we want to.
We're still in Sisgun, right? Here.
This
Segundia.
Yeah. The Z is silent.
Figure out this.
I always thought I wasn't sure if I just kept mishearing it. If it was supposed to be
It's kind of like how
Zundia.
Zun is Zun, right? But Sig So the Z and the U kind of blend together, so it's
Could
Sigundian.
I just have
It's
advantage on
like
this because it's based off of ball spawn stuff? 'Cause I'm like, who else would know about this other than Artem? Like, who else?
It's like an
knows?
apostrophe.
It's not the ball spawn part of that. It's the runes themselves.
Oh,
If
okay.
you're
So
trying
I need some intelligent
so
base. Anyone that knows about the rules.
yes,
Okay,
you need
okay.
intelligent base people to help you integrate it into something.
Okay.
All
okay.
you know about them is that it dampens. Like the research says that it dampens
Okay,
impulses.
okay.
Like that much is very
yeah,
clear.
I'm trying to figure out the ball spawn stuff right now. The intelligence-based stuff, I can just find someone else to do that. So like, so basically, I've got the other stuff covered. Like I know, like
You by the information that you have, it's pretty clear that this is meant to curb the impulses of like murder that come with being a ball spawn. And while some seem to resist it, others can be subjugated in a way that is more controllable.
Okay,
There
so what
still
I'm trying
needs
to
to be
figure
a
out
level of
is there ways to like do it opposite, like to enhance the murder or to.
That would also be something not found in the notes, but something an intelligent person may help you find. Maybe not even in the party, but maybe you and the party.
Yeah. I remember it's like, well, if
Like-
the ruin is this way, if I put it backwards, does that mean it does?
Probably not.
Yeah. So it's what the.
I mean, I joke about that because what is it? The reduce and enlarge spell. He was like, I just flip the sign and it does the adverse. And it's like, no,
Wombo.
this is the wombo.
You said it to Wumbo.
Anyways, yeah, you get the feeling that
I'm gonna roll just set a base to be like how weird is yeah, if I can figure this out. So do Arcana because it's Arcana.
yeah, Arcana, yeah.
Okay. If anything, someone should be okay with this. This is Arcana stuff. It's not about ball spawn stuff.
I mean, Arcana in the fact of like creating magic.
Yeah.
Not she's not like she was created by magic does not mean she.
So should I lower her intelligence and remove?
What's her intelligence at? What you said it at?
14. And I have her trained in Arcana.
Say what?
I have her trained in. I made her my magic person.
Oh, well, see, I didn't know that. See, I would argue that she was like a newborn, so she shouldn't have like really that much information. What's her wisdom at?
16.
So she's supposed to be really.
I was playing her at 16
very,
14 and int, and 14 and int.
I was playing her very much more the bubbly ditzy person.
Well, yeah, she could be like. I mean, like there is like the bubbly ditzy people, but I mean they like intelligence has nothing to do with ditzy. It's supposed to be wisdom, I guess. But then like, I had her as like I'd be like someone would be like a person. I was like, what's the square root of 27? She'd be like, and she would like snap to it and know it. So it's like, it's not like she was ingrained with stuff, but not her learned it, right? Like she is a newborn, but the stuff she was given might not be newborn stuff, right?
Okay, so it's like subconsciously.
Yeah, subconsciously she knows things. It's like, I don't know how I know this, but I know this, right? Things like that. That's how I had her as.
Okay.
It's because it's a little funny, but yeah, it doesn't matter, right? I mean,
That's fine. Like I said, I was under the. Just because I didn't read her stat block, I didn't know that's where she was at. Okay. Yeah, like I said, she probably wouldn't know, but you can make a check, and if you get like nat 20, then we could like it's like set kind of high. That's kind of what I'm getting at. But
yeah, sure. I mean, I'd rather her do it because Artemis is a 0, she has a +5.
Yeah.
That's why I said I'm working together with her. But I'll do whatever you want to do. It's fine. It doesn't really make a difference. I'm gonna get help either way. It's just I'm trying to get like a good base so I can actually help with things, I guess. Yeah. 21.
Yay! Good job.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good base, but it's like we still need like better wizard people.
Yeah. So
the actual wizard.
She kind of like is like, yeah, these are some ancient rune stuff that.
Yeah, but based off the roll, if you look at it, it's like she didn't do very well, but then Artemis's help got her the 21 or whatever. So it's like Artemis probably did the most heavy lifting there, even though it was probably not the intelligence or the arcane part, but it's more of like, yeah, I know this because of more of the battle spawn stuff, and I just got to figure out this like last few pieces of I need a wizard.
Yeah, like I said, so if when asked to explain it, the DC later on for integrating it into like a pliable manner will be easier.
Yeah.
But for now, you're unable to
Mhm.
really do anything with what you have.
Yeah,
But
I'm pretty
you,
sure. Yeah, I'm just trying to see if I can understand it. Pretty much, like I know what everything's happening.
yeah. So you understand the research given, and there's not really anything that's kind of vague about it.
Yeah, I know what I need.
Yeah, you basically know what you need. It does says say that like the one controlling has to prove a level of dominance over the person that makes it for controlling. This is
It basically does what's naturally
yeah,
ingrained in ball spawn,
yeah,
just
yeah.
enhances it. Or
But
makes it
yeah,
easier.
basically, and it's just saying that the inhibitions become dampened once subjugated in that sense. So very much so like what you already know. But it is a confirmed that oh wow, they don't really know much more than I do.
It's a way
So
that a non-ball spawn can artificially simulate that.
yeah,
Potentially, but if Artemis had the same device, it would probably like not can like counter his and maybe even more because she's a ball spawn herself, something like that.
correct.
Yeah.
So you get the idea that you're probably either dealing with people who are aware of ball spawn's existence or perhaps has a ball spawn in service. Obviously, you saw two, so but you don't know if he's the ringleader or anything like that.
someone
But
is
you do
hacking
know
something.
at least this is the information you've got.
Yeah. But the main thing I want to do is for two things. So one, I wanted to know if I needed to get anything else. Like, do I have everything I need other than I need a wizard and he can simulate it, or some or someone other intelligent wise can replicate. I don't need to go back and get anything. Correct?
No, and it does say that it needs the runes themselves need like uh, gems and other things, but those are things that you can acquire throughout. Like it doesn't seem like anything is like super niche that you absolutely need this particular device. It does require someone to enchant, and there are some holy kind of elements to it. And a lot of like it seems like it's combining both magic, druidic nature, like nature stuff, as well as the three kind of like spectrums. The only one being left out like technology. There's no like technology based part of this. But it seems like these three forces are kind of being worked in tandem here.
And the second question is, whatever was left down there, based off having the notes and not having the notes, could they, like whoever found all that shit down there, like the cops or whatever, could they piece any of that together to be like, oh, I can subjugate ball spawn? Like, it's basically they have no idea what the fuck that is, right? They put out these notes. It's so generic that it's just like, why do they have runes and gyms connected? It's like, it's weird. I guess it's a prison or something. I don't know.
So the main big runes that they saw were that of subjugating infernos, which there was a similar like use of patterns of runes and stuff, but a clear difference. Where the other ones were just kind of like it would protect the magic that they use becomes stronger as they add restrictions to the magic.
Yeah, I just need to make sure I don't have to go back there and destroy anything.
No, so the information that you took seemed to be the only ones. They would see runes and probably not understand what. As if they like inspected it, it would say like to capture and hold entities, and it wouldn't be very specific. It would like it would be very vague and not necessarily defined. So even if a wizard or someone looked at it, they would come to the assumption it's to bind something. But it wouldn't say ball spawn. It wouldn't
It's
lead
like they're
someone
missing
else.
pieces of the puzzle and without those pieces, they have no idea what it is.
Yes, basically.
Yeah, okay, that's all I needed to figure out because I was going to make sure it was like I need to get down there before like shit goes right.
No.
Just making sure. Yeah.
So, but if I remember, did you guys bust the? You didn't. I don't think anyone did. You guys left the Inferno in that like containment unit thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so, yeah.
It had nothing
Just
to do with
it's just a question. Yeah.
Tyler did take the book that was by its side, though.
Yeah. You can examine that later at another time.
But Artemis didn't feel any connection weirdly with it, right?
So what?
Artemis didn't sense anything coming from it. It was nothing. It was just an infernal, right?
I mean, you're not really like not anything like it was a ball spawn. No, it was just one of those infernals that you've encountered before. It was weird that it was being locked up, but
Yeah, that doesn't
whether
do with
that, yeah,
Artemis.
whether that's
Really
relevant.
exotic pet.
Yeah, it doesn't deal with Artemis's like character stuff. I mean, like she could have been like, hey, does this do anything with any like Josh's character? But I mean, like I'm not gonna like say, hey, you should interact with right. It's on him if he wants to deal with it. But
Yeah, no, nothing that's spoke out to you that said this was relevant to you in any way, unless you wanted it to be, right?
Yeah. I'm not gonna
So yeah, you spend the night doing that, and as such,
it would be like me.
sorry,
It feels like me like jumping on like if I went to interact with that, it feels like me like, oh, there's an undead thing or a necromancer. I'm gonna interact with that, and I'm like, no, that's clearly not for me, right? Or like it's a wrestling thing. I'm like, that's clearly not for me, and I'm not gonna like take it from someone, right?
Well, I mean, you can always be like, hey, I know my friends like these, and I'm gonna go like just not be the first one, but
It's
still
a
like if
stretch
they miss
and
something,
stepping on
like
someone's toe. Yeah.
it was still. I mean, if it's interesting, yeah. Anyways,
Josh
we
is an
just
adult. He can handle himself.
Zan, you get home to your state, and there you're greeted by your compatriots who kind of warm the house for you and greet you with a small tray of food if you're famished. And what are you doing? If you're doing anything, do you just you've had a rough night, some of your clothes singed a bit, and they kind of take off your clothes to repair it, and if it's far beyond that, they kind of do so. Oh, he's barely back. Okay, backing up.
Sorry.
Zan, no, it's fine. You get home and you're greeted with your entourage of people there who are see that you've had a rough night. Your clothes are a little bit burnt and tattered. Um, you smell of ash. You kind of get home and they kind of remove your burnt clothes, put you in your fine silks and kind of
Run me a hot
warm
bath.
bath of you.
Yeah.
Are you doing anything special during the night?
During the night,
It's like 3 4 a.m. in the morning. The sun will be up in a couple hours. I'm not saying like, are you out doing big things? Are you what are you doing for?
Sam would kind of fall asleep reading that aberration book. That seemed
Yeah. So you kind of go through and you start. You can't quite grasp all the concepts that are going on in the book, but it talks a lot about materials binding pieces, not necessarily like the traditional sense of just like metal combining joints. It's more like more ritualistic things of preparing things in certain ways and it affecting the magic in certain ways, and it's a lot of theory, and you start getting ideas, and as you kind of read the book, you nod off and your mind just starts to wander and think of things. And unless you're doing anything else, you contemplate what you can do with that. So, in order, think of what, basically apply this to whatever you're going to be changing or doing and use it as a reason, anyways. But unless you're doing anything that, requires role play, then we can just say you have your night's long rest after doing your ritual habitual things, the things you do every night. So if not, then
I'm really sorry. Could you repeat the last 30 seconds?
yeah. So basically, you're reading the book, and it tells you that it's not just about combining things in a physical manner, but more so ritualistically. Adding certain herbs or metals to it change the spell and tweak spells as they go along. And with that knowledge, you kind of think and ponder, and as you kind of like start to nod off. And basically, unless you like, it's meant for you to be able to go and think of what you're going to do, and then use that as quote unquote inspiration. But unless you're doing things like going like I'm going to go X or Y, but otherwise you do your nightly rituals. Like, if you reassert control or X or Y that needs to be done, that doesn't need to be necessarily role played.
Got it. Just a quick question.
Yeah, absolutely.
All those herbs and special types of resources. Would I in any way kind of see this as maybe like a naturist kind of way, or maybe a druidic sort of add-on to these arcane magic?
You would see that there are like elements of druidic influences, as well as like arcane influences, and very minute like not arcane, spiritual influences. It seems like a lot of these ideas of magic being either arcane or druidic or spiritual don't really apply to whoever did this research. They saw it as just trying to reach an ends to a means. And while others completely disagree, right? Mixing, druidic magic has no place in arcane magic, and spiritual magic has no place in arcane magic. These seem to kind of fall away from that.
I think that it kind of would actually resonate with Zan, with this kind of ends to a means goal of trying to find some way for Skeleton. So I think that he would very much take that to heart.
Uh-oh. When this like, hey, the bad guy's got a good point. Anyways, yeah. So you find the book interesting, but you still have had a long day. And
yeah, I meant
eventually...
I meant like 10 HP.
It's fine.
Just because bad guys do something doesn't mean it's automatically bad.
Yeah, I know. It was the joke, like, the bad guy's making a good point.
Hitler had a good point about the Jews. It's like, wait, what?
Hitler has some strong ideas.
I think there's also a little bit of symbolism with the fact that aberrations kind of come from outside our reality. So you kind of need everything within our reality to describe it.
Well, I mean, aberrations, it's more like the abominations, not necessarily aberrations. It's like...
Not the monster type, just the idea?
It's the ideas of wholes. Like, you do see research on like the creation of mimics and owlbears and things that are documented, but then you see things that are a little bit more spiritual, like wendigos that have spiritualistic, huh?
Nothing. I just love wendigos.
Oh yeah. But more so the idea of like a spirit that is like a spirit of vengeance for like consuming human flesh and becoming more cannibalistic. Things of that nature, like that are not so just bound by just normal means. It's outside means. Well, aberrations and like the astral sea kind of items are in that as well. It's more so the combination of things. It's more so how do we achieve what we're doing in a more either brutalistic way, simplistic way. Like there's a lot of trains of thoughts. It's all over the place, and that's really just for you to kind of pinpoint what you're looking for, what you're doing. So, but you hold on to your book as you fall asleep, and after completing your nightly rituals, and I think that would be everyone, unless anyone has any last things to say or do before the night's end. In which case, we'll just go to the morning, and you guys can
I
have
have
your
one
long
thing
rest.
to say.
Yeah, definitely.
Wendigos aren't spirits of vengeance; they're spirits of greed and gluttony. Now continue.
Are they?
Yes.
I think
That's why they eat so much. You're thinking of a revenant. That's a spirit of vengeance.
Well, the Wendigo I'm thinking of is the whole protected sacred land where eating the... Anyways, cool.
That's the
fine.
most boring
Born from
version of it.
cannibalism.
Yeah, well, it's the one I'm familiar with, so...
It's also not true either. So
I mean,
none of it's
fair
true.
enough.
moving on. I'll correct you about your Native American mythology later. Let's get back to it.
So, how do you want to handle Sona? 'Cause I really don't care. I just need to know how I'm supposed to handle it. So it's just, yeah.
It's fine. I just wasn't aware that her intelligence is that high. We can still play where
It's 14.
just like
it's not
she's...
super high. It's just 14. I took it as more of like she got downloaded the basic stuff that the Diva had, just not any of her personality stuff.
I mean, she was just a normal singer. She was not anyone special. So.
Oh yeah. But I'm just saying, like, it could have been more. We didn't know how she
Picture that
was.
exception
So
to that
I
comment.
just had to put the points somewhere. I didn't want to put them in strength, like, or right, like, yeah. I have the same points for all the characters. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so it's fine. It's just we're good. It's just like I said. It was Nick being unaware of where her points laid because I didn't look at. I just trusted you to do that. And when you were like asking about personalities, like ditzy, bubbly,
Yeah.
but yeah, like I said,
I guess I should be more specific that she knows things. She doesn't know why she knows things.
yeah, it's like one of those things. Yeah, like I said, it's fine.
Oh, you're kind of funny.
Not a big deal. So you guys kind of have a long rest. Surprisingly, even with the sedative, Tylo seems to kind of come awake right as he's able. Like it seems like that sedative really put in like work.
Can you repeat that? My Discord died for a second.
It's fine. Everyone basically wakes up within like if you need a 6 hour rest, everyone is up within 6 hours. Even though the sedative, what you figure would keep him knocked down, something about his demeanor kind of gets him up, like a determination of sorts.
Tylo's or
Yeah, Tylo, yes.
Yeah, Tylo probably wakes up to the sounds of an anvil, being hit. You hear like Victor kind of singing a little bit, blocked by the sound of the anvil, but also kind of in tune with it. Wait, fuck. What did I just do? There we go. Yeah, just it's a flying, passion strong. I am the blacksmith singing the hammer and the anvil song. It's a sea shanty I really like.
I like it.
Yeah.
Tylo opens his eyes but keeps his body still. He notices he's taking stock of what's around him. Notices is he in the basement?
Yes.
Yeah, you're in a place you have never seen before.
He looks down and sees Orbiter and Kiwi.
Yeah, and also like your shirt's off and you have like bandages all over you and shit. And,
Okay, just his shirt's off, right?
Yeah. You have your pants on. Don't worry.
Your butt's a little sore. It's fine.
It's whenever the anime protagonist loses a fight, wakes up, like 2 days later, kind of look,
Does he have his shoes on still?
No.
Okay.
You missed the sky.
Those are just next to you.
Yeah.
I will not do that, Spike. That's a sin even I will not commit.
He's gotta say it. As soon as you notice he's awake, you gotta say it.
Yeah, Tylo, with a familiar voice, and in the room, with a familiar voice and knowing that both Orbiter and Kiwi are fine, just lays there trying to recall what happened last night.
Yeah, if you took a look around the room at all, like Victor has his back to you currently, but like you see that thing that Victor was looking at in the other underground lab, probably only about a few hundred feet away from this one, that he was inspecting. It looked like he's like recreating it right now.
Yeah, so you're working with like tin, and you see that it had like the tin was like what is it, encompassing like a small like glass bauble, which you quickly like analyzed as being like a quartz, but with like there's some kind of process to it that required you to like liquefy the quartz and then insert like a couple of other like ingredients, which you don't have just yet. You know what they are, and I'll tell you. It's the sprouts of a bellflower and a conch shell. The conch shell seems pretty easy enough to get. You can go out to the beach, but stuff you probably don't have readily available in store. But the knobs of the bellflower, you might have a little bit more trouble finding. So you're getting basically the other pieces ready to go.
The magic con.
The magic conch.
And what is this for? What do you need these things for? What is this stuff for?
It's just a roleplay thing.
Yeah, but I'm saying like I heard the 2 things, but what is it for? Oh, did it not
For
say?
the
For recreating the thingy that was instructed.
it's called referred to as the soul siphon. If you look in your
Oh,
Yeah,
that's so
yeah,
rad.
yeah, I see.
I thought you make like a Zelda potion or something. You
Well,
need a
maybe I
bell
am.
sprout and 1
Maybe.
conch. It's like okay.
So are you right next to?
No. He's
probably
probably.
not right next. I just put you there just so you could see.
I don't know. Let's. Yeah, he's like over here or something.
He's hammering on his
Nah,
anvil,
you're-
singing his anvil song.
Yep, he's the blacksmith singing the hammer and the anvil song.
And then as you walk down there, you start singing the diggy diggy hole.
Yeah.
He is a dwarf.
There's a door. I was a dwarf and I'm digging.
I imagined you singing a song eventually, like one time, like you're just humming. That's like it's a rendition of "What If God Was One of Us," but it's like about being a warforged, and then like it's about yourself or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tylo will listen. Will actually listen for a while. Just Victor singing, knowing he's safe, and just collecting his thoughts and just piecing together like the blank spaces of last night.
We did a thing. I went and fought people. I got my ass beat, and now I'm here. How did that happen?
Yeah, and how did he end up here?
Yeah, that's the whole point. Like, how did you? And where is here?
Yeah, I'll roll to see how long it takes him. Let's see. I'll just roll a history. Okay. So he's a bit quick. So it's a bit faster to draw than normal.
Do you have 3D dice on?
No? Why?
I don't know. The one took a while for me to see. It's weird. It's weird because if you put 3D dice on, the die doesn't show up until the die actually rolls. So sometimes the die starts like spinning around for like ever. It's like
Yeah. It'll. Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, it's weird.
So when Tylo is trying to gather his thoughts, he pets Orbiter and Kiwi. Gets up slowly.
Yeah. Being that I presume you make like a grunt when you get up.
I imagine Orbiter tells you like he's up.
Yeah, like I wanted to do something real quick.
Okay.
So he gets up, he starts moving out of the bed, and when he steps onto the ground, like his body is still healing somewhat, so his muscles are weak. He kind of almost collapses, but catches himself on his hands and knees. And Orbiter, of course, would kind of get your attention since that hammer's a bit loud.
Yeah, he'd place the hammer down, turn off his crucible, walk over.
Finally awake. Doesn't matter if you say it or not. It's in my head. You said it.
I'm trying to think of a way not to say it.
Yeah, you can't. Oh,
Well,
hi. You're saying.
Tylo, you're up.
that depends on your point of view, as he's just slowly trying to get up from the ground. Whew. Still wincing in a bit of pain. What happened?
You came to my doorstep a few hours ago, promptly collapsed, and I brought you down here to heal your wounds, and you were jabbering a lot.
About what?
You kept saying that you could not save somebody
Like, his eyes kind of react to that momentarily. I see. I'm sorry if I worried you, friend. I'm okay. I think. But, ooh,
Physically, maybe in another couple days.
I wonder. Tylo uses his arms of the astral self as a crutch. Basically,
Sure.
yeah, just basically reinforcing his limbs so he doesn't fall over.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of actually like go to use it, and they kind of stand within your body and
Du
not
bist
being
endlich
shown,
wach.
just to give off more the appearance that you're not really being hoisted by anyone. But you can definitely feel your body being supported. But
Du bist endlich
Yeah.
wach.
Ooh, this is a wonderful. Like, Tylo is like, echo, echo. Just getting a sense of the acoustics in the room.
Yeah, it would echo quite a lot.
I liked your songs, by the way.
Thank you. But I have to ask, what were you doing last night? Being that you literally were half conscious and not able to stand.
He sits back down on the table. I got upset when I couldn't save Jesus back there. I feel like an idiot. Every time I think about it, I was thinking I could have done better. Maybe this, maybe that. I just don't know, but I can't stop but think I could have done better. He didn't deserve that. I let him down. He does not know it's me, but I let him down. He was so lonely. I just want to help. And I was still up. I could have still fought more. I just wanted. I can't beat myself up. So I just fought.
We were in this situation not knowing what to expect. We had no clue what we were going to come across. And frankly, what the three of them were ensnared within, chances are, well, we weren't going to be able to figure it out. And really, you cannot blame yourself for what happened.
I still feel sick.
Well, if you continue to feel sick over the situation, then instead of fighting until you are battered, beaten, and bruised, and unable to continue, focus that. Use it for something. Hunt down those who did that to Jesus. Because, frankly, what The option you chose the other night is simply not going to last you. Nor will it help.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah, I just want to feel something. I just want to feel like the pain I should have felt. But I could not even get that. I started wandering the streets to try to fight the fight. Even that was not enough. But I thank you.
The solution to a problem is never to try to make yourself feel the pain that you think you should be feeling. It is to try to fix it.
But he's gone. I don't know where to start.
Well, Victor would like, probably glance back to, I don't know, somewhere back there. We do always have his father. That may be somewhere to start. You know, over there you see Caesar Chavez, cuffed to his wheelchair wheels taken off, and like he's clearly
Time to
out
get your stuff
cold.
off.
I imagine you gave them to the guards.
Is that I took them into personal
Okay,
custody.
Yeah,
that's
he
fine.
took him in person.
Actually, no, not back there. Down here, that's jail. That's the jail.
That sounds weird when you're joking. Is not.
So within a couple of you guys pointing out, you do get a message then from not Kina, but Billa. You hear a message in everyone's head, everyone who is involved. So it doesn't matter where you are. Hi, am I doing this right? Yes, the people associated with that's you. Please meet us with your people and I guess prisoners is what they said. Is that right? Yeah. Please meet us at your soonest convenience before 12 at the main chambers. Did I do that right? Get the feeling he's probably like reading off a paper and like never used this spell before, but
Who's doing it?
But that goes off in your head. And, well, it's still very early in the morning.
Who's doing it?
Billa.
Can we start that?
You can reply back, yes.
That's the little guy, right?
No, that is the big guy. That is the trend's uncle, basically, the Furbolg.
Yeah. Oh, I think he's little for some reason. I don't know why.
Why? What? No, he's a giant.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
he
I
does
thought
speak
it
for
was
the
Furball.
trees, and the Lorax is pretty short, so yeah.
I mean, I always said that Trent was kind of small, but he's not small. Just small for a Furbolg.
No, let's see his trousers.
Oh man, I'm
Jasper with the big dick, not.
gonna have to ask that you ask permission to get in my head like this. I have enough company up here.
Maybe it's just because his picture. His picture looks little. Because everyone else's head goes pretty high. He looks little.
Yeah. But yeah, you guys can continue your conversation and stuff. But you do get that message because you do have a key witness that things going on, I guess. So.
What time is this?
It's like 7, 8. It was long enough for people to get a long rest. The sun is up, so.
Zen would wake up like.
Meet us at midday.
Yeah, it's probably
It
midday.
was like I said before noon. The sedative, like I said, it had like a restorative property before you. Like you got that deep sleep, but something about your key in that moment kind of
I'm
was
sure
helping your
everyone
body
else
along.
needs long rests or whatever, right? So everyone
Yeah,
helps
yeah.
out.
Yeah,
So
okay.
they need 8 hours of resting. So if it's like 4 a.m. Like,
Is it 8? I thought it was 6.
need 6 hours
you
of
need
sleep.
6 hours of sleep, but 8 hours
rest.
of rest.
Yeah, two
Because-
2 hours of light activity, like
Yeah.
reading.
Yeah, and if it was taking place at 4 a.m.
Say,
for Kylo.
Yeah, like they're probably busy dealing with all the Jinzo stuff. They don't have time to see us right now. So we do it sometime in the evening, like 1 o'clock or something.
Yeah.
That's when they'll make
Okay,
it.
if
Yeah,
he gets to
around.
Victor's house and sleeps at 4 a.m., okay,
Yeah.
we could.
Yeah,
It's
they
noon.
4 to 12 is 8 hours. They can wake up and eat breakfast and 2 hours of doing light activity, and then we.
Is Victor's house our meetup place?
I think the place is the meetup place.
No,
right?
they said is the central the
You want to see the council?
room. The council room.
Yeah,
The one everyone has been to already. Yes.
yeah. Artemis has 8 hours of reading with Sona. Flo sleeps for 8 hours, and then they eat or 6 hours, and then eats breakfast, and then.
Yeah, Tylo, by the way. Like Victor actually would have food for you there. Like he would have sent Orbiter out to basically like put in a late night order, I guess. So like there's a sort of breakfast waiting for you down there in that lab.
Oh yeah, the whole time when they were talking earlier, when Victor was like muttering to him or something, I was working out, but the whole time I'm like, kiss him. I was going up, like.
Oh god, let's not have a Percy XR situation again.
So the thing is,
No more-
even if
ro-
Victor did kiss you, you wouldn't remember it.
Yeah. No more murderous robot and prizes monk fanfics.
What is it?
Oh god, yeah, I found that just like a funny.
What did you say, Zan?
Is this an inside joke I'm missing?
In the,
Yeah,
Fate
yeah,
game,
yeah,
in the Fate game,
yes.
Surprise played kind of a monk, and Murderous played a Terminator.
A robot. So
Terminator, yeah.
it's the same thing.
And we made a bunch of jokes about it.
They just have a knack for making these same characters and having gay romance with each other. It's fine.
Hey, Victor's only my second robot that I've played.
I mean, it's pretty niche, though, right? I mean,
They're completely different types of robots.
okay.
Yeah, Dialo's my third monk.
Yeah, it's
So
like, it's my second robot, and it won't be my last.
wait until.
I like killer robots, don't judge.
Yeah, sure.
Oh god, this person coming out just throwing one of the
Space
robots
as well as the ability.
Yeah.
or junk in the trunk.
We'll have abilities.
Yeah, we in that Fate game, Prize and I both made synced abilities for our characters where Percy can just pull random shit out of XR's body because we made the consistent jokes that he kept storing random things inside of him.
Yeah, just wait.
Like turned him into a Pez dispenser.
When you guys do the tournament and you're gonna have like team moves, they're probably be the same team moves.
There you go.
I wonder if there's the one called porn download. sorry. I'll
Probably not crowd appropriate. But what were you saying, Zen?
It's a finishing move. It makes the hearts explode.
Oh, I think that like Zen would like as he's gone to bed and he's like has his dream, he's kind of wake up with almost an epiphany, like as he kind of opens up the drapes to his windows. He's gonna be like, I understand it now.
I understand everything.
It reminds me of the scene with what is it, Nightmare Before Jack is like, I got it.
Yeah, very much like that.
Okay, so
The idea that like basically the combinations, all of them, kind of just make sense and kind of click in his brain.
yeah, so you wake up with a new vigor and start to get ready as everyone kind of gathers themselves to kind of meet. When is anyone doing anything particular before you guys meet? I'm just trying to get the group back together so we can not do two people role play sessions the whole day.
Yeah. I want to do like I was thinking about like I can do a scene with Sona, but I was like no, I'm gonna wait till everyone's around so we all can have this.
Yeah. As much as I love the two-person scenes, just I don't want to make the whole session just two-person scenes. So
Yeah.
Fair enough. I guess we can skip the prisoner meeting a bit later. Kylo will have some breakfast, and he's very thankful for Victor for doing this. He will notice, what's his bag and stuff on the ground?
Yeah. Anything that you had, he would have just like put at your bedside, pretty much.
Yeah, you see a book that he's very cautiously like picking up and stowing away quickly, and among other things, but the book in particular.
Oh, and what's that?
A bag. He holds it up.
No, that book. You seem to be treating it very carefully.
Yeah.
Is it just like fragile? Some older novels are.
No. Wait, what's fragile mean?
It could crumble or break very easily.
If you set it on fire, yes.
Okay.
I'll tell you later, okay?
Very well then.
He just packs it in slowly. Not slowly, but carefully. Is there anything else you want to do as he's just getting his shoes on?
I'm just curious. Tyler doesn't question the big creepy laboratory at all.
Oh, obviously
No,
this is your secret lair. You wouldn't bring him to your super secret lair. That's further below.
Yeah, that's the next floor.
Tylo is not questioning it. Yeah, like Victor noticed, Tylo's not questioning this. He should be questioning this.
Yeah. Especially being that he woke up on a bed that has a bunch of large, giant electrodes and pods and vats full of weird goop hooked up to the bed he was on.
He will ask, is that lime flavored jello?
No, it's not flavored at all. It would probably just melt through your tongue and skin and kill you.
Like a pepper?
Worse than a pepper. You live with a pepper.
Transcendence.
Oh, there's other things.
There are things worse than death.
Alright, so you ready to go?
Yes, we have a place to be. Follow me. Victor would like lead you up through that stairway, up to the open pond, and then.
I need you to put this bag over your head.
Nah, Victor's not gonna do that.
I mean,
modify memory, no.
A bag is just another mask without eye holes.
Yeah, he'd lead you up the stairway. Did you make sure to grab Kiwi?
He just looks. He looks on top of his hat, and just Kiwi is just there. He always knows where to be. Strangely enough. He's
Yeah,
quite a
Victor would,
chatterbox.
Victor would just reach up there, I guess just, very gently pick him up and hand him over to you before Orbiter would press that button, the hidden button again, and the stairway would close up and the pond would refill.
Ooh. So is that why we're going to learn medicine?
Say that again.
Is that where we're going to learn medicine?
Not exactly, no.
Alright,
Nothing's real.
but I'm
God,
still
what
holding
if
you
I
to
thought
it.
it's all just somebody's dream? Dude, physics says there could be infinite alternate realities to every reality. Oh my God, this book
without
says
any
that
further
negative
ado,
and
I guess we
positive
walk
physics
out
in
the door and
reading,
head
it's the
there.
only thing keeping my space-time
Yeah.
together. Wait.
You eventually meet up with your debaters as they all kind of conjoin with the.
Half the guy with
Wait and listen,
Yeah.
sir. That means all matter is just
Vance
Yeah.
started
This is
with,
reality. I am everywhere and nowhere.
Trying to think of how Victor would transport this guy. How heavy is the guy?
He's about your average human size.
Alright,
Plus, maybe about.
get in there. He has a straw in his mouth. That's how he's breathing. It's poking out the top.
or like a paper towel roll, because that's like a lot bigger for airflow stuff.
Yeah, but it's more noticeable. It's more noticeable.
Yeah, so
that's where he is. I've got him in his wheelchair in there.
okay.
You two been time together. Is it okay?
You notice Tylo's still like there's some bumps and bruises on Tylo.
Fuck happened to you? You guys playing rough? Are you training? Are you trying to like experiment on him? What's going on?
I found him wounded late at night and I treated his wounds.
Is this true, Ty?
Yeah. He just kind of rubs the back of his head a bit.
It's okay if you want to speak out against your abuser.
Well, I was told I was supposed to fall down some stairs with Ass thinking.
Yeah, Harvard comes walking up like, whoa, what the hell happened to
I
you?
managed to abuse him.
Yeah. So there's a potential abuse on our cases, you know.
Yeah, Harvard's like, who did you spend the night with?
That one.
A lot of people.
A lot of people?
A lot of people.
Okay. I mean, I know you like into
The
that.
swingers.
Okay.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah, also presumably because Tylo and Victor would have arrived on the Tian glider, you guys can like see like it just kind of nanotech style, disappears and fuses into Victor's body after they both get off it.
Did you spend the night with Victor?
That's what I said.
And a lot of people?
Oh, we knew you guys. Yeah.
He was very helpful.
It's fine. Okay. Did he fix you up?
Yeah, but
He healed me.
That's what we're calling it nowadays? Getting healed?
No, he
I mean, is that not the right word? I always remember putting something on your heel, like a band-aid to make it better. That
yes, he was severely bludgeoned, bleeding, and I prevented his wounds from festering, bandaged and stitched them up.
Yeah,
Made sure he wouldn't die.
Yeah, make sure he's good for another go later on. Yeah, if he's dead, you can't keep doing it. I mean, it makes sense. Could be like hard and soft at the same time, you know.
We got the wounds, so I'm not going to respond to that.
What about the wound?
he's a great doctor.
Uh-huh.
As he just pats his back.
Yeah, he's a
He
doctor.
closed the wounds. That's all he's going to talk about. That's all he's going to say. That's what he said.
Yeah. I mean, you
So
want
did we solve the riddle if he has a BP unit?
I don't know. Check the notes. Spike directs you guys to the notes.
Yeah. Good.
Does Artemis goes, here's like an index card of all the things we know.
Yeah. Well, look at the info.
So yeah, her and Soda were late into the night making these little cue cards that
Well, look, yeah,
have
the
all the
info.
information.
Yeah, sure. It's the info. In the info.
Yeah,
The info. Yeah, exactly.
Victor's got Schrodinger's penis.
Yeah.
It both
I
does
mean,
and doesn't exist.
I told you earlier. I already wrote down the jokes, and you gotta find them later. They're in the info.
Yeah.
Like, is Kai still dusty?
No,
Is he ashy?
Yeah, he cleaned himself.
Alright.
Give him some lotion. He's fine.
You can't.
He was watching from outside. Like, ooh, it's getting hot in here.
Yeah. So I guess we all got the same thing to be here. Thought I was special or something. Oh well.
Yeah, that crazy lady spoke to you guys, huh?
Crazy guy. I got a guy.
Guy?
Oh, is
Yeah,
that?
Villa.
It was,
Villa Breyer.
Yeah, it
He
was,
requested that we all meet here.
it
I
was
told him
a-
to leave
So
a
either
message
he'll show
after.
up in a few minutes, or this place is about to explode.
Yeah, the
So
chick.
let us see.
The chick's uncle that liked you, whatever. But then replaced you like immediately.
Yeah, so you guys kind of gather. You could probably meet before you get to the place and kind of chit chat as you guys walk.
We all meet at the same front door at the same time.
Yeah, I mean it's the same. It's the one entrance to the place, but then it's like a long hall. But yeah, Kina's actually there. She kind of is like, you're here.
Is Zam here? I don't know.
Yeah, Zan's here.
Okay,
Yeah.
He didn't follow me.
You saw him.
Such accepts Zan.
He is there with his bright new red clothing.
Yeah, Artemis would approach him to ask him, like, "Hey, how smart are you with all the arcane wizardy shit?"
Funny that you asked me that.
Why
I
is it
just
funny?
recently had an
Huh?
epiphany, but who knows? What are you asking for exactly?
Okay, so Artemis pulls out like some very shitty notes that don't explain much other than the exact thing she needs him to do, but without him knowing. Like, it's basically like it's like puzzle pieces that are together, but then it looks like most of the puzzle's been removed from around it, so you can't like basically out of character.
You're
I'm
giving
showing
me a
you as
whole
much as
of
you.
a puzzle.
Yeah, I'm showing you as much as you need to know that you wouldn't be able to figure out what the hell Artemis is trying to do, so you can't use it against her eventually. Pretty much it. So she doesn't have to kill you after you figure it out for her.
I don't quite understand what you're asking me for.
So she shows this to, and you recognize this as like a spell formula of sorts. It's a little bit more rudimentary than some of the more taught spells these days, but you recognize it as definitely a spell formula.
Could I get
It's
a?
missing. Go ahead.
I was wondering if I could get a gist of like maybe if it could slot into a school. Like
Yeah. It's kind of got like a
conjuration, maybe. You know.
yeah. It's got like it's kind of a mix of things. It's kind of like abjuration and illusion, but it's not really one or the other. It's a mix of both schools here, but similar to the like epiphany that you had about things, this is also kind of a modge podge of arcane and druidic and spiritual. While you can help with some of the arcane elements of this, you may need some druidic help.
Yeah, I send a note to Poppy somewhere. I'll send a note to the brothel.
Interesting. You see, Zan's gonna look at you. Wait, did you find something similar as well?
Yeah, just stuff I've been researching, trying to figure some things out. You know, no big deal. It's a hobby.
Of course.
Uh-huh.
Well, this spell, while interesting and theoretical with its probability of working, or whatever it's going to be able to use for, I might need some extra help.
Okay.
So there are parts here. You kind of like pointed to
you need like a
rooms.
druid or something?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I
actually.
kind of figured that out. I sent a note to Poppy at the brothel.
Oh well, all right. In that case, he's gonna look at the divine part. Do we need a divine caster for that bit?
No, the divinity part of this is very like the rune base of it. Some of the symbols have like spiritual meanings, and those aren't necessarily needing any catalyst to kind of work upon. So for sure, what you'll need is a druid and a arcane caster to. You need Jesus. Anyways, no. So yeah, you can definitely tell that this is an incomplete formula, but perhaps with two people kind of helping, maybe you can suss something out. But
You see, he's like reading over it. Yes, I think I might be able to help you with this.
Cool. You know,
Might I ask why?
uh,
What this is used for?
very personal.
Okay, so you're not gonna help.
No. I don't dislike you, so I don't want to have to kill you.
That's funny.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, funny.
He's gonna hand it back.
It's all a joke. No, you can hold on to that in case you figure it out or something. This whenever.
Well, reading this, does it give any like a backing through his whole like research?
it doesn't give you anything like any kind of like knowledge of any sorts. These are just like the pieces of spells. Yeah, like
More along with the lines of like, obviously this is kind of like the formatting or like the.
yeah. So like it's very similar to like a binding spell, like you can get, but the druidic and other like planar parts of that don't make sense. It kind of throws you off, and
Big
like
counter You know?
Yeah. It's kind of it's a little counterintuitive. Like everything you taught, like you understand some of the like principles in like the etchings of the runes, but the other elements of it, the druidic part of it, don't quite make sense to you.
It's
So you're
effectively
not really.
reading like a recipe for a cake, and then in the middle it's like, oh yeah, and make sure to get a cat and like wash its fur and brush it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like in a way of like half of it is in like Latin, and then the other part, like whenever it starts talking about measurements, it's in different like units of measurement, and like it's a very modge podge of different things.
Yeah, it's
But
like
yes,
step
and
1
the
is in common, step 2 is in common, step 3 is in druidic, step 4 is in druidic, step 5 is in common, it's just like, okay, I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. So, but yes, Zan would be able to assist you with this.
Yeah, and
You do need some help.
I'll send a note to Poppy, like I said, and just say, hey, I need your help. I don't know if you owe me or I owe you, but yeah.
Do you have a way of sending a note, like
I mean, I can
magically,
I can tell Immitus to like drop a note off at Poppy or something, right?
Okay, yeah. So Emmett, he's been around. He knows.
Have an otter to drop, like, you know the brothel is.
Yeah.
I've been noticing Poppy's
Well,
been
she
hanging
doesn't
out
live.
there.
She doesn't live at the brothel.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I noticed Poppy's in at the brothel a lot. Just give her, yeah.
She's not. She's very much not at the brothel.
All I know is I see her at the brothel hanging out with people, so I'm like,
Yeah,
that must be
so-
their hangout, yeah.
But yes, you
Or
go
I
into
say if you see one of her friends there, give it to them to give it to her or something.
Right. So they do so. Yeah. So
It just sounds like if you can help, just like send me a message at a day and a time, and we can work something out pretty much.
yeah. So they kind of, they go off do their thing. They deliver the message. You may or may not hear back sooner or later. But as you guys approach, you guys see Kina at the front, and she's just like, "Oh, good, you're here." And the prisoner.
Victor reaches into his bag, pulls him and the wheelchair out, sets him inside of the wheelchair. Here he is.
Oh,
What's the best way to transport him?
If you had that in a hat, that would be a cool magic trick.
Is he?
Oh,
is
here.
He
Allow
alive?
me to wake him up.
Yeah, he's alive.
Was he in a bag of
They-
holding?
They gave him a
Bag
straw.
holding with a straw to breathe.
Oh, okay, gotcha. He like a snorkel. on?
Victor will make him up with a casting of Lesser Restoration to remove the poison he used to knock him out. Yes. So Victor just puts in the antidote, a little small injection in the neck.
We have a city to burn.
And you see behind Kina is Bear, and he goes, "I'll take it from here." And he kind of like takes him, he just kind of like one arm just like grabs the wheelchair, is like just marching him inside. And he goes, Kina looks at you and goes, "I don't mean to take up much of your day, but we do kind of need you to kind of testify on what's happened.
Yeah.
We got Jinzo, he's inside, so it shouldn't take more than an hour or so of your time, and you should be free to go. And once again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for all that you've done. Obviously, compensation will be provided, but let us deal with this mess first." And
It's all good. There you got.
so they lead you inside.
Okay.
I'm gonna move you guys inside.
Oh shit! Is it inside?
Oh, there's an inside.
Aw, disappointing.
Damn, and disappointed.
Yeah, I thought it was
what do we
like
care?
cooler. I mean, like the chair part.
compared to everyone else, or am I just misseeing
like,
him?
This part
yeah,
is cool, but I'm like, where's all like the...
He's actually not bigger than everyone. Yeah, it just looks that way. He's actually the same size as everyone else.
Yeah, it's because
Oh,
the thing
big
around him, that's like an optical illusion thing.
Yeah, I'm thinking of like there's been like a lot of pews here or something, like a lot of
Which
chairs.
side?
Yeah, so the things in the back are supposed to be like pews of like people,
Yeah,
but
like
I couldn't
rows of
find
them.
anything like that, so
Yeah,
I was
it's
just
like,
like,
I have this
sure,
arena.
it'll just be, yeah.
It's an arena
It's
map.
spikes of wood.
Yeah, it's an arena
And
map,
then-
so yeah, it's meant to be spikes.
Yeah. Everything else is literally me like throwing like assets together to kind of make the illusion of like
look
what
up,
I
look
imagine
up,
it.
Yeah, just look up pews. Yeah, pews. Like just look up pews and you should find pews. It should be in there.
Alright, I'm on it.
Ah, yes, the brown square.
There's some pews.
The chocolatey
Sure,
smooth.
that's fine.
Yep, they're made of chocolate.
Chocolate rain.
Coach, maybe the helicopter. Maybe it's made of chocolate.
Let me move these down.
Yeah, you might want to get out of there, Kai.
He gets sucked into the map layer. We never see him again. It's like the movie Drag Me to Hell, you know, the ending. That's what happens to him.
Yeah, so you see Jinzo kind of beaten and bloodied and kind of, bound together inside the glass-like container, which you recognize from the trial with Icky. And, sorry, Sticky.
In there? Is it sticky
No,
in there right
it's
now?
not. It looks like they cleaned it. They cleaned it after you. So you look around and you see faces you're familiar with and faces you're not too familiar with. So you see Jinzo in the little cubicle thing. You see your other associate that you brought in. You see Billa. You see Gail Boren, which is the gentleman over here. You see Priscilla and Kina on the other side. You actually see Amelia in the back. If you don't know, Amelia is one of the head admirals for the Sagundian Navy.
Yeah, we know.
Yep.
I believe Japan doesn't there. Does he?
Oh yeah.
I just want to.
Amelia
No,
C.
he doesn't.
Stride.
No. Yeah, Amelia DC Stride. That's right. So in the corner you see Bear doing his bear things. Yeah, doing bear things. In the corner, yeah, you see, the normal accoutrement guards, but you see a female off to the other side, the opposite side of them being this individual here.
She just beat the fuck up.
She doesn't look beat the fuck up. It's just the art. But she's in this black armor. She's never been here before, but you probably can assume that this is a guard of Galeborn, someone who is pretty high up on the mercenary ranks. You do see Poppy and Aya in the back there.
What's a Galeborn?
Galeborn.
That guy? Okay.
What's his name?
He's like the mercenary person?
Yeah, he's yeah.
Okay.
So you see the Poppy and Aya there as well.
Hey, I sent a letter for you at the
she reaches into her cleavage and is like, yeah, I got it.
Oh, okay, cool.
And Aya kind of hits her hands like, stop.
Why do all the women store things in their tits?
Yeah, I don't know.
Women, because women's
Spare pockets.
clothes. Yeah, women's clothes don't usually have pockets.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, fair enough, I guess.
Normal thing. I've seen a lot of women complain about it. They were showing men's in pairs of pants like next to each other, and they were showing the pocket size, and they pulled them out, and like the men have they can't put their phone in their I don't know, it's weird.
It's like, yeah, we'll talk later. Just like it's about to start, and she's like, oh, I gotta stay here.
I got you.
She kind of holds her hands up and goes, I'm a bodyguard.
Who's bodyguard?
Billa's. I'm my uncle's bodyguard.
Oh. Okay.
Cool. It's how I'm being closer to the situation without being part of the situation.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you can turn to a bear. You can bodyguard the bear or something. Yeah. Okay, bye.
Yeah.
So. Confessions?
I remember like past was like, hey, who are you?
She kind of looks at you, gives you looks at her and just doesn't say anything and stands at attention. She's got this giant black claymore that's kind of in the stone, and she's just got her hands on a real serious type.
Serious. Okay, that's hot. It's cool. You're hot, by the way. Bye.
Popcorn, hot dog, something.
Okay, guys, are we starting this thing? I was just flirting a little bit. Y'all good? I was like,
oh wait, we gotta talk.
Oh, I don't know. Don't we have to do the same? Didn't we say we have to talk?
We have to testify.
We have to testify.
Asta kind of stands up. It's just yes, just a brief testimony on what happened, just so we can set this matter straight and get this individual booked and processed.
That guy's guilty.
Guy's
guilty. Okay, cool.
All started with peanut butter in the refrigerator. It was horrible.
They're not here. Who did that?
First of all, just one person speaking at a time, so we can get this straight.
Okay, real quick. Also,
Who would like to?
you need to look for this person, and whenever it transforms into like each of the individual people, like you look for this person, this, right? Just show them like these are all people that got away.
And he kind of looks at to Gilmore, and he's like, "Take note of these individuals.
Yeah,
Do
you
you
take
know them?"
pictures?
And the group kind of resounding like, "No, no one knows." And you kind of see Jinzo like start laughing a little bit, but you don't hear any sound kind of coming through, and you can just kind of like see him kind of like talking, but no sound is like coming out of it.
Armor's poses in weird poses. It's like, yeah, and that guy, Jinzo, points at Jinzo. You're usually a puppet.
You kind of see him kind of like with his bound arms like hit the glass, and it kind of like send like a shockwave through him, and kind of stops for a second. Like you can kind of like see like smoke.
Can we like see what he's saying? What's he been saying?
Obscenities mostly.
Okay,
Hasn't
can I
really
hear him?
stopped.
Because maybe he has something to say about what I just showed him. He's laughing at something. I don't know. A little bit weird.
And he kind of like snaps, and then the like audio kind of chimes in for him. He goes, "You stupid cunt! I'm not a fucking figure." Like just basically like
yeah, you're a puppet. You
cursing
got
you
it.
out.
You're a puppet, aren't you?
He's just more cussing and stuff like that. It's just like
I mean, you want to deny it in some kind of way, or you want to keep cursing?
Victor reaches into his bag and pulls out the let's say they're like the really tiny like Lego brick sized piece of actual brick that he put the playback recording into of this guy's confession. Walks up to Kina.
Like,
Here's a full confession from Mr. Cesar Chavez, including a testimony revolt involving Jinzo's.
Did we establish that this is a special thing Victor can do, or is it like you hand her a consent? She's like, "Let me put it in my Walkman real fast" or something, right? And she's just like,
Yeah.
Or is it like, is she like, "What the hell is this?" It's just.
No, this is a special thing Victor can do with playback. He doesn't have to play it back on his thing. It's just he can make a message really long. So she just has to tap on it.
Okay. So
and it can.
So you know that this is like a podium for you to come up and like offer evidence instead of walking straight up to me.
Okay, well that's Casey.
Sorry. I thought it was pretty clear what it was, but my bad. I should have explained it a little more. My bad.
Explain things to us, please.
It's like a triangle.
I'm trying. You guys started walking around, started doing shit.
Yeah. You put a map. We started interacting with the map.
Yeah, I know exactly. Before I can even like tell you what the fucking thing is.
I built keys for you.
I rolled to seduce the building.
It is pretty confusing because like it's see-through. It's not like stairs or anything. I don't know what the hell is it.
Yeah, it's meant to like it's shadowing basically to make it look like stairs because there's nothing underneath it.
Yes, Victor presented the evidence.
Yeah. They take it. They play it back, and it's like.
So Armin's more interested in Jinzo. Like, so do you have anything to defend yourself, or you're just trying to like, oh, you are a puppet? Do you think you're better than that? Like, I don't know. Like, can you got anything to say?
He's like, none of this matters. Whether I'm guilty or not is irrelevant. You can't stop what's happening.
Yeah, we can't stop what's happening. The war's coming. It's all good. But I mean, do you have anything to say? Like, they just called you a puppet. Is that what you?
He just like starts shouting more obscenities. He's just like. He's not denying it.
Okay. I was like, I guess he is. Okay. I thought he was trying to at least be like sound a little bit cooler than that.
That's what he is.
I mean, all that fashion. I thought you would be like something more suave than just screaming obscenities. But okay.
He's like, they play the part is like Jinzo is a puppet is what he says and blah blah. And you can see like him giving like the death glare at like
while it's happening.
Caesar.
Artemis is transforming into the people that are saying it and mouthing it like a bad.
Okay, yeah. So you do so, and they kind of get a pretty good, clear example of what's going on. And he goes, "Well, I mean, it's pretty night and day here. I mean, there's not really much you could say to really sway you. You're really being charged with treason." It was like,
I mean, he said he pretty much admitted to it. He said it's going to happen that way.
Yeah. So you say you can't stop what's happening. What's happening?
So yeah, that's one thing I wanted to tell you about. I thought we knew about this, but basically, all the stuff they sent out. Victor, where's the notes? Hand him the notes. The receipts.
Victor goes and gives them the notes.
Yeah, that stuff. So they send all these things out to all your friends. They're saying you guys ain't shit. So when what was it, the Rivian Empire comes and kills you all, no one's gonna help you. Because they're starting a war or something like that, or they're getting ready to attack you guys. I don't know when.
Out of character, who had the Vest Beetle?
I imagine.
In a jar, or is it in his hair or something?
So if you didn't give it to the guards, because there were guards that kind of approached you guys to like get it, you could have given them evidence, but you obviously held on to Caesar Chavez.
I mean, did we leave it there? I didn't care about taking it.
Yeah. So I mean, someone would have taken it.
Yeah,
Victor would have presented it.
Take all the
basically alongside Caesar, you know.
Pull it out the bag.
So
like, here's all the stuff. here's the beetle. Here's these papers. Here's the recording, and here's the guy who did it. Here's hatched all out of a bag.
Yeah. So Artemis is like, yeah, so that's basically it. Like, you guys supposed to be fucked or something like that because of all the stuff they sent. So you might want to like send them all letters and be like, yeah, that didn't happen. We were being fucked over by some random guy, and it's all taken care of now. Something.
You hear Jinzo start laughing. He goes, "You thought those were sent like yesterday?"
Well, yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter when you send. You just gotta send them now to be a retraction.
He starts laughing more.
Obviously, you send them notes saying stuff, and we send them notes saying other stuff. And it's
so when you say that, you hear kind of commotion go off in the background as you hear someone kind of enter the kind of like courtroom, and I don't know if Zan is standing just by the door, like he's not getting close, or if he's like.
I'm kind of standing back, like.
Okay, yeah. So you start hearing kind of like commotions and like guards like, is this sir, you can't and they're like guards hesitant as you see a figure, and you go move up, kind of approach, comes through the door, walks through. He just started there because there's things are happening. So it's not a random guy. Oops.
I'm gonna kind of run I guess perpendicular to him to where I like intercept him.
Yeah, he kind of like you kind of stand in front of him as you kind of like like
extend.
You shouldn't be here. Yeah.
What might be the problem?
So first of all, you kind of like place your hand. What did you say, Victor? I didn't hear you.
If this guy's just running in unauthorized,
he's not walking. He's not running in. He's walking in, but yeah.
Like emergency.
Okay.
Yeah, if he was running in, Xan would not be the whole like, here, let me shake your hand.
Yeah. If he was running in, Victor was gonna do the bailiff move and tackle him. So
No. Yeah. He does it. He walks in with purpose, and the guards behind him haven't stopped him, so you can assume that he's here with something. Then you like put your hand out to like shake his hand, is what you said?
Yeah.
He slaps your hand out of his way and keeps walking. Goes, I am the Interpol for Vulaza, and he's speaking like a heavy, like what you know is a Sylvan accent at this point, dressed in like golds and things like this. And Tylo, you recognize this as a high official. Yeah, is like. And he kind of like looks over and says, "Wow, and here I thought the rumors were false, but yet I still had to come. You have stolen a Vest Beetle? Do you know what this means for our country?" And he goes, "Oh, for fuck." And you see Asta just like rub his, like, there's a misunderstanding here. We're in the process. He's like, "No, this is a fucking outrage. We had business deals." And like, it's like,
yeah, that guy. See that guy right there? He's an imposter.
Victor goes, picks up the Vest Beetle, just brings it over. Here.
Like, this is only piece of the part of the problem. And he kind of like, he seems irate, pissed, and just like he starts pulling out like edicts and things like papers. It's like, we have business to, like, we're calling it all off. You've violated the way that just like.
Wait, who are you talking about?
They're gesturing to Asta. No, to Asta, to the head of the Sagundian League.
Oh yeah,
this is a violation. is like, according to the papers here we have, that doesn't say so.
Oh,
Anyways, I don't know who the
that
fuck you
guy.
people are. Get the fuck away.
No,
He's like,
we're the cops that arrested this guy. See that guy right there? He's behind the whole thing.
yeah, that doesn't mean anything to me.
Okay.
Yeah, can you get out of my space, please?
So what does the papers mean to you then?
My deal is not with you commoners. It's him.
Yeah. He doesn't do anything. Oh, those must be the fake papers. Oh, those are the fake papers. Oh, good luck with that. You might want to get a guy to read those.
Hold on, Tom. Pause. Okay. If my shit goes out, I think there's an earthquake happening.
You're kidding.
So, it was a minor one. I'm pretty sure, but that really...
I'm pretty sure.
Well, you're in Cali.
Yeah, I'm in Cali, so
Just an earthquake, you know.
I definitely just felt like everything kind of rumble a little bit. So just in case things go out, I don't need to get under that.
Just in case things go.
If we just oh shit and everything goes like south. Yeah.
I mean, especially with Japan last week, I wouldn't be too surprised.
We got tornadoes down here.
I think it's like a low rumble one, but we'll see if like it starts to pick up for
Aftershock.
Yeah, now you laugh at that shit's not a joke here, but okay. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, he's just has to just like kind of like his head is just like. That's fine. We are in the middle of a hearing involving this. If you want to have a seat, we will be right with you.
Yeah.
He goes,
this is actually going to clear up everything you're talking about.
and he kind of like just kind of goes and sits down and just waits. He's just like fuming. You see him kind of like communicating, like sending messages. So, and Jinzo's like, see, it's already happening. And he kind of laughs.
That's what we said. He's gonna clear it up. It's fine.
And then when you say it's just clear it up, and it's fine, and then another individual walks through the doors. Let me go get her now.
Yeah, our Mrs. Rage like intercept them. It's just like.
Oh god! Just have blow by the door.
Like, hey, I guess you're pissed about something. That's not
no. She started off. Like I said, there's a lot of people who's going to come.
Okay.
So yeah,
I got this.
Yeah, so you go and like kind of come in. It's like, do you try and stop her?
Kinda. I'm like, oh, see, basically, I'm talking with her as she moves. I'm not trying to like tackle anyone.
Okay.
I'm just I'm trying to explain the situation. Yeah, I'm just explaining the situation as it's going on.
She's like, who the fuck are you? Get away from me. Stop.
I am representing this whole thing. I know you're pissed about something that's not true. You got
are
papers?
You the man over there?
Yes, basically.
No, do you?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I got this.
Kind of walks by. She kind of steps in, then you're like silent.
I'm still trying to talk to her.
Yeah. She's just walking past. You're just. It's like.
I'm sign language it now. I'm like doing sign language. I'm doing gang signs. I'm using my magic to make illusions of the words that I'm saying in front of her as she's walking like a hologram thing.
And you see that she doesn't doesn't draw her sword, but she's like, "You promised my swords a fucking 2 months ago. What is the delay?
I'm explaining.
We provide you with. You get this as the person who was looking for the swords.
So we're like, the man in the jar stole the swords. Blah blah blah.
It's just like
the jar.
And he's just like, oh fucking Christ. And Kina kind of goes, ma'am, there's no exception or like excuses. We are dealing with it. However, if you want to just stand, maybe this will clear things up for you.
Go outside and look for more people.
Yeah, you see a bunch of people starting to walk this way.
Yeah. I put up a sign explaining it all, what's going on.
Yeah. No one is. You're
so as they're approaching, they can kind of read it and see it. So then maybe they're like, okay, what's going on? Yeah.
No. Yes. So in fact, as you kind of walk out, you are immediately greeted with someone you recognize.
Oh. What the fuck do I know?
Who the fuck do you know?
I know. Yeah.
You know this person.
Yeah, it's one of my people.
Extremely well. Yeah, it's exactly what it is. It is one of your people.
Yeah.
So you see him.
What's his name?
And he's got someone. Hold on. There's another one.
Oh, hot chick. Okay.
Why is the prostitute here?
She's fine. So who's him, and what's my relationship with him? Do I hate him? Do I like him? What's going on?
Uh,
Probably hate everyone, but does he?
I don't know. You probably hate him. He's probably on your hit list.
Yeah, but
because-
Artemis tries to be cool with everyone though, just because it's better for that. But
Okay, so then you would know, as I pull this up, that this is the House Ibris head, the head of your family,
okay,
and his name is Yatso.
that's
Yeah.
is he have a special
Y-A-
name? Do
Huh?
we call him Yaso, or does he have a special name, or?
I mean, he doesn't care what people call him.
Okay.
His wife is the one who handles the name of everything. He married into the family,
Okay.
so but he is the the husband of the quote unquote person.
Yeah. So I'm like, hey,
Uh,
Yatso. Oh, random hot chick from the brothel. Why? Okay, that's weird. I guess you're pissed about something too. What you pissed about?
Yeah. So he's already got that gruff, but he's always had that gruff
Yeah.
exterior to him.
Pissed about.
And he goes, "Oh, are you my informant for this?"
No, but I know what's going on. More than your informant.
And he goes, "Then why haven't you reported this so we could tell the king what's happening? I mean,
Shit
this
just
is
went down last night.
we got this missive
Yeah,
2
I
weeks
know.
ago.
That's the part. We uncovered it last night that was sent. It's all fake. It's all fake. So there's some people in the
So
town.
what part about this is fake? That Volazin, or not Volazin, Sagundian militia went to our lands, our homelands, killed a bunch of villagers, stole them, and brought them back here.
Yep, that's all.
What part of that is fake?
All of it. She's one of them. Yeah, she's one of them.
Yeah,
So,
and she kind of points to that and her and goes, "So you're saying that she's a liar?"
No. It's all a ruse. So basically, what's happening is there were people that came in Sagundia trying to make them look bad. So because of I forgot the other one. Zaretians are planning to attack them, and they didn't want allies to help them.
You are our Zaretian. The Rivians are about to attack us.
The Rivians are going to attack the Zaretians, right? No, we're Zaretians. Yeah, we're the Z.
Yeah, you're Zaretian.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Rivians-
we're you guys.
I had it before. Yeah. The Rivians are going to attack them and make them, and they don't want their allies to help or anything like that. So they had to make them look bad. So you've noticed that behind you there's a bunch of other pissed people, and in front of you there's even more pissed people. So everyone's here is pissed. So they come in to yell at them, and they weren't supposed to know that you're coming to yell at them. This would be a big misunderstanding. But we caught the guys behind everything, and we have it all sorted out, kind of. So yeah, just everyone's being played right now. So we gotta sort it out. So
Take a seat.
Yeah.
So just take a seat.
Yeah, so I come in and I'm like, yeah, take a seat, but just know that just listen, you're gonna hear what's going down. It's cool.
Zen looks over to Victor and Tylo and being like, this is an absolute shitstorm.
And he kind of looks at you and goes,
So basically, I also want to tell them, after this trial, we're gonna send everything to everyone. But apparently, it's not. It's a lot more complicated than that. So it's good that you're here to actually hear it straight from the, I guess, well-dressed horse's mouth. I don't know, something.
Straight
like
from the llama's mouth.
Yeah, I was like well-dressed because he's still well-dressed.
Straight from the stallion's mouth.
so he's like, as you say that, the kind of the Minotaur girl, like Mira, that you've met before, kind of leans over to him and whispers to him, and points over in Galeborn and the not the lady, but just the general direction of Gale, that he was sent there, like he was there when it happened.
So I'm gonna turn into. So I was told who found her, right? It was the guy, right? The guy was behind the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn into him and be like, "This the guy?" And I look at her like.
He says that it's one of the people, but
yeah,
it was he was there, but it wasn't the people who were killing our people.
Yeah. So I turned to him and like, "This is the guy's behind the whole thing," and I turned back into me and I'm like, "Yeah." So we got.
And he goes, "Well, this better be good. He's like, it already sounds like it's a shit show.
It is.
I'm just gonna stay here and watch because
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Best shit show I've ever seen.
best shit
Stole
show
my
you.
line. I said it was a shit show first.
Yeah.
Everyone was
Well,
aware
you
that
say
it was a shit show from the
everyone,
start.
yeah, everyone has like adopted the term shit show.
Anyway, this is kind
Most
of
apt
funny.
descriptor, honestly. So
yeah, as he's just like Asta kind of looks around and goes, "Do I just wait?" And as so another individual comes through the door, not as pissed because
another one.
Well, so while they're trying to explain, Artemis is trying to like I said, run down the place, interact with them, and then have them ushered in to be somewhat calm as they come in.
yeah. So this individual doesn't seem to be as upset. This individual doesn't seem upset at all, but he's got that presence about him that's unmistakable. So you walk in and you see this individual. Everyone can give me a history check to kind of see who this is, but I don't think anyone has had any experience with him.
Yeah, I don't care. Artemis doesn't care about. Some random guy.
Oh, Artemis doesn't care, so she backs up and says, "Nah, I'm okay with this."
Oh no! Like, Artemis doesn't care about
Oh, do
who
I
the
learn that
person
in Vlad
is.
Dracula or?
No, that's not Dracula. Von Drick did. This is Dracula.
I don't think Tyler would know about this.
I'm saying
so
Artemis
this
wouldn't care
is-
who the guy is, so I'm not gonna roll the history check. But then,
Yeah,
but
that's
he's still
fine.
gonna talk to them. Yeah, like interact with them, and basically just like explain what's going down. Like the basic, like we're having a trial for what's really happening. Everything's going to hell. Whatever you got sent something, I assume it's all fake. Don't worry about it, and it'll all be cleared up.
So you see that he's listening to you as you say things, and is nodding, but it's not really saying anything. He's
Yeah,
just
fine.
kind of acknowledging what you're saying.
Yeah, just let me understand.
Like I said, he's not upset. He goes, gets to the door, and you say, whatever is in that missive is a lie. And he goes, so you don't know where the hero is here?
Nope. Is there a hero? Am I a hero? I'm a hero.
You're not my hero, but...
Oh, you're a hero. Oh, I know who you are. So Artemis.
Anyways, Victor, you look back and go, what the fuck is the Justicar of Zerath doing here?
Artemis explains the hero
Shit.
that she thinks that she knows.
Oops, that's not what I
Oh,
meant to say
shit.
again. Oh shit!
It's the Artemis probably makes things worse.
Sorry, I'm laughing because the voice and the oh shit. That really got
Perfect.
Artemis probably
Yeah,
makes
I like
things
being very
worse.
character for once. Just fuck.
Yeah, Artemis probably makes things worse by explaining the hero that she thinks she knows who he's talking about. The guy with the butler.
Yeah, that's who he's not.
That's the only hero she knows about, other than that she's been heard that's been referred to as a hero.
So you know this is Alistair Crow.
Yeah, I
The
turned into the
Justicar.
guy. I'm like, this guy.
So you do know where he is.
He hangs out places. Is he? He's really like a hero?
Wait, there's
Go ahead, Zan. What are you saying?
no. Never mind.
Speak up. What are you trying to say? It's okay.
Dan is looking back and going like, holy shit. Like, these are like very, it's like the president walking in, basically.
Yeah. Artemis is new. Yeah, Artemis is like this, like, oh, random guy looking for the hero. Like,
So
you
similar
believe in the prophecy
fashion
too?
yeah, in similar fashion of like Segundi, you know that the Zarathians kind of have a kind of council as well. It's more led in a traditional fashion where there's a speaker of the crystal. Is it the crystal? I forget what I wrote. The Justicar, the voice of the people, and one other person I forgot who. I just minimized it anyways. But yes, this is the Justicar himself. So he's just like, I didn't realize this was such a. Is this a bad time? And he kind of is like, no, you can just sit down and we'll get to it when we get to it.
Yeah.
And he's like, I see. Very well then. I guess this will be an enlightening. He kind of sits down, crosses his legs, and just like into Sagundian politics, I guess. And He goes, yeah, I mean, just help yourself. And Asta's just like, I don't know how much more I can take of this. And then the last set of people kind of walk in. Not everyone, but Kai, you freeze for a second. You feel this immense pressure kind of coming in, and
Great field herself goes up.
no, not yet.
Oh shit.
It's the police.
Oh shit,
Man,
indeed.
if I gotta use the restroom, I'll be back.
And he goes, yeah, I got a place to be. So let me show you these guys. So here we have Leo Burns.
Not here, so
So you know this as the first captain of the fire force. Behind him you see, nope. You see your friend Ifer that you interacted with, and you see 3 masked guards. They kind of enter the building, and you all your signs and things that you put up outside. It seems like they're here for a different purpose. And he looks at you and goes, kind of kind of ushers one of the guys, the guy over here, kind of approaches you in an aggressive manner. And you see Asta kind of stand up and goes, "Wait!" Like all this time he's had this very kind of cheery voice and kind of a very humbling. But this is the first time that he's ever really flexed that muscle of dominance.
flexes his muscle.
Yeah, he flexes his muscles. Yeah. And the girl kind of the person kind of stops for a second. And he goes, "We let your religion have its way here, as many religions do, as a courtesy to the people. But to walk in and start grabbing people, I will have none of that." And Leo just kind of looks and goes, holds out a missive and says, "Did you just walk away?"
Aramis tries what's happening?
Yeah. I was gonna say you were about to be detained, basically.
Oh, me? By him?
Yes, you.
I'm like, can I help you?
And he pulls out this missive in kind of scroll-like fashion. He goes, "The Theodon Empire has branded these individuals," and he kind of waves his hand in the air. You see flame portraits of Artemis, Tylo, Zan,
oh yeah, you
Flo.
know that person? Oh, you. Hey, you. Where's your person at? He tried to kill us.
Kai. You see pictures of all these people.
I turned into
And
Victor, nice. Go
yeah,
over.
well, Victor too. Yeah, Victor too. It's everyone. I just.
Oh, well, I can get fucked. First
And he
target of
says,
the giant robot is them.
Holy shit, he knows.
Yeah. And he goes, "These are now heretics and fugitives of the Theodon Empire, and if you harbor them, you will be considered enemies of the state." And he's like, "Well, here," and he kind of takes his javelin and goes, "Here, they have diplomatic immunity. So unless you have some other businesses to deal with, you can get the fuck out." And he's like,
Who said that?
"Are you sure you want to do this, Asta?"
Wait.
What are you saying? Wait to?
Who said it?
Yeah, we're.
Tyler.
No, who said
Ty-
what?
no,
Okay.
Yeah.
Are
Okay,
you
that
like,
guy.
Hey, why are you guys after us?
Ja, das ist sehr interessant.
Can we do something to you? Do I know you?
Conspiracies against the church.
Spreading
falsehoods.
Who's conspiracy against the church? What church?
Huh?
What church? I'm looking at. I'm like, what church are you?
We're the Temple of Soul.
I have a conspiracy against you. What am I conspiracying against it?
You're going against the teachings of Soul.
Oh, we're going against. What do you teach?
The teachings of Soul that infernals are beings that still have souls when they are not. You're spreading lies and falsehoods, giving people more hope, and kind of extending their torment.
I don't know if they got souls or not. I have no idea what you. How am I conspiracy against something I don't even know about? I think you got the wrong person.
So being antithetical against somebody else's religion makes me a heretic worthy of execution. Understood. You can get the fuck out of here now, because Frankly, I do not have time for your bullshit. Get out of here with your primitive superstition and go back to your temple and worship the sun for a little while longer.
I don't
It's
even
just
know.
a giant ball of plasma. Go home.
Yeah, I don't even know what you even stand for to know if I'm going against it or not. I don't even care about your little fire peoples. I don't know if they got souls or not.
He's like, he says,
Who
well,
told
you may
this?
not care, but you're guilty by association hanging out with these heretics. And he kind of like
Heretics.
holds up three, and Victor, Tylo, and Kai are the three main ones.
Oh, you guys are heretics. What y'all guys do?
My bad.
I look at
Remember
Tylo and I'm
that
like, you
US
say they have souls? You say
Yeah,
they
I'm
have-
looking at these three like, what the fuck did you guys just pull me into?
Wait.
I
You're hanging out with me
just-
right now. Does that mean you're guilty by association too?
We defeated Infernals with the power of song. That's what we did.
Oh, but you
Yeah.
killed
Heresy.
them.
Yes,
Oh,
heresy for something I don't believe in.
Wait. So you guys
Whatever.
want to not kill those things?
No. He says that he slayed an infernal with the power of song, and that it passed on peacefully, that we didn't need to kill her. This is heresy.
Well, I mean, it's not our fault. It's its fault. Go yell at it for dying peacefully or whatever. I don't know.
Does
I
Tylo...
can kill something with the song.
Okay,
We also
Going
saved
back-
a guy. We saved someone, didn't we? One of your peoples? Did we save one of his peoples?
He died.
Chrisen?
Oh, he died after. Oh, yeah.
Ja. Es ist leider.
Which you don't know how he died.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, you guys probably killed
Technically.
him. Oh.
Would I be
Yeah.
able to, Nick? Would I be able to use some of my like necromancy jargon to try and like basically convince them as an understanding of like how souls work? That I don't think that.
No.
Artemis
Because
Artemis is like,
they're
They're not gonna believe anything.
Yeah,
No,
they're
Artemis is like,
They're
I
too
see
deep
what's
into the
going
Kool-Aid.
on. Yeah, Artemis is like, I see what's going on. Because we know they can be killed by song, and we are like evidence that it's true, you need us to die so we can't spread the truth that you guys don't want other people to know. I get you. Okay, you guys are the dicks. I forgot. Okay, yeah.
I want to talk a little less reckless to the boss man of the 5-4.
Who's the boss man? Who?
Yeah, see,
Sick of these people.
Are you the boss man?
he's not the boss man. He's one of the head lieutenants. Generally the first is considered the strongest of the captains,
Yeah.
but given that they just said that you had immunity here from them, they're not touching you. So,
yeah, so I'm like, are you guys in on it? I'm looking at him like,
So-
are you in on it with the head guy, or do you not know? Do you not know?
they just kind of like, the guy backs off, and Leo kind of looks at Asta and goes,
Oh shit,
"Is this really your choice?"
did this get you guys killed? My bad.
And he's just like, you hear everyone just like, everyone in the room hear like him declaring this is like, from this point on, the Temple of Souls no longer welcomed. Pull you and your people out of Segundia. This is a decree. He hammers his javelin, and he goes, "Fine, deal with the infernal infestations by yourself." And Leo and the other ones kind of leave.
Un
Artemis gonna walk
They're
with
being
him.
extradited back to their
bist du Angst?
Artemis
Say
is
what?
gonna like try and like tell them like, hey, look, I know you don't like us and all this bad shit has happened, but you might want to look into some of the stuff if you're not in on it. If you're not in on it, you're being lied to. Good luck.
So
If you are not, fuck you and you're.
Yeah, they kind of all like walk out except for one. Hold on, let me get them off. Yeah, except for one, and Kai, you get the feeling someone's like looking at you. And, like she's like, even though it's hooded, you get the feeling they're looking at you.
Artemis like they're like
I
looking
kinda,
at
I,
Artemis
I
like
pretty
looks
wave
at
like
her, looks at
I
them.
can't tell what's going on. Yeah, so I pretty wave at him like.
You get
"Need
that
me or
uneasy
something?"
feeling.
Tylo, get an insight since it's staying longer and
Don't
Kai's
give me an
acting up.
insight. Give me a perception.
You guys
Perception?
know each other?
Yeah.
Do you need me for something?
You want to talk outside?
Okay.
It's
Trying to
talk
suss out the
outside.
situation, but perception, I guess. Nat 20.
You know exactly who this is.
Is it our friend? The
It's a
brainwashed
friend.
one?
It is a friend. and you something's off about her. Something's different, and you see her remove her hood,
Who does?
and she just says, "Still running away from your problems, huh?"
Do I know her?
Look, sis. Look, hold on, friend.
Who
And
does?
she
Who
walks
does?
out the
thought
door.
you shake
That
attack.
little. Oh,
Shake.
dang it.
Oh, ouch.
I was gonna
Right in the
say.
feels. Right in the feels.
I was gonna say the moment, the moment
You better run.
the hood is lifted, Tyler would have gone in for a hug.
Yeah. So you go in for a hug as the body kind of like evaporates almost into fire and just like steps back a little bit, kind of like a misty step.
Damn, there's a lot more problems than just this. Okay, should we continue with the try? Counterspell the
Not a spell.
the
No.
Innate ability.
The guy saying innate ability could fuck. It's like
Fuck, exactly.
can't do shit about it. D&D. Yeah, and so Aramis is like, should we continue the trial or should we gather everyone else up that's probably gonna get pissed? Do I see any more people coming down the hall?
Yeah.
No, in
Okay.
fact, you don't even see the people that just left. Like they just left the room and
Okay.
they're gone.
Aramis
Like
is
she
everyone.
misty stepped so far away.
All of them. The lieutenant, yeah, all of them.
They just instant transmission out. Felt like it's fine.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna do a couple of things if they were like within 60 feet or something, but
No, as soon as that door closed, they were gone.
no, like within eye shot within 60 feet because that's how the ability works. But if door closes immediately before.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Just say what you're doing so we can say.
Yeah. It's basically Tyler was just trying to get a word in edgewise with a long lost friend, but apparently she doesn't want to talk and says.
Yeah, she seems brainwashed.
Yeah. And he says to Eifer, using the Vistage, Are you that afraid? Right before they leave.
Yeah, that's fine. You confer the message. There's no response, and you go to open the door just to see if they're still there, and they're not.
I look over to Kai as I get up from the stand. Who was that?
And I thought that was dead.
Dead people?
Kind of a bittersweet situation, seeming like she's okay with the wrong crowd.
Was that just the art, or was she really mechanical?
It's not the art. There's elements of like metal kind of combined, and you're not really sure what's going on.
Could Victor get an idea of what is going on with her thing?
Yeah, I guess
He's kind of an expert in that
Warforged,
field.
dude.
Kind of
Yeah,
expert.
go ahead and make a. What are you saying? This is kind? Is this a intelligence or Arcana?
I would say Arcana.
Make an
Okay.
Arcana.
It's like Smith's tools or something.
Being that it's it's mechanical stuff with Smith tools applied.
I would say yeah, it'd be fair.
Okay, it's like an advantage. 29. Wait. It's a DC 30. Guided.
Dude, presses his finger to his forehead and thinks just a little harder.
Hey, yeah, wait. Tighten that actually loose screw.
I call upon the guidance of myself to guide me to do
These
better.
might be elements of similar binding of individuals, but there may also be some control elements to this that are kind of at work here. Maybe some illusion type things going on in the mind, but yeah, you probably get the main sense that they're probably messing with her mind. But
So
as
I
far
guess-
as functionality, there's probably some kind of tech going on in there to like replicate parts.
Alright, so yeah, after they leave and Victor takes note of that, he just kind of turns right back towards the council and says, well, I was wondering when the day would come when I would be involved in starting an international incident. Let's get back to things, shall we?
And
We're not
So-
starting one, we're solving one.
yeah, Jinzo kind of goes, it's all turning out just like he said. I thought he was full of shit, but I mean, that man.
I mean, obviously, if you do something, usually things happen.
I just didn't think he kind of like, you just don't understand. I just didn't think it was going to happen exactly as he said.
Well, I mean, if he wrote notes to everyone to do it, I mean, obviously, if he's just gonna lie to people about stuff and no one stops him.
Yeah, you don't understand.
What?
He said you would be standing there, and they would be sitting there, and he's like pointing to the people. It's like all the pieces are exactly where they said he would be.
Tell him what I do next.
He
Tell
said
him what I do
you would
next.
be there.
You're going to be really shocked,
Who's shocked?
and as you kind of feel that inkling, that tingling sensation of a ball spawn like quickly approaching, as you
I'm
hear a
shocked.
shatter come from the skylight as
He's like, I'm shocked, but I'm not that shocked. You told me I was gonna be shocked, so I'm not really shocked because I'm not shocked anymore.
Exactly.
Be surprised to be, or expect to be unexpected.
Yeah. So who is? I look around. I'm like, okay, where's the ball spawn? It's a bunch of eggs. Like, hey, those are eggs.
What was that?
What's going on?
Do I
Do
know
the
you?
cliche like,
Yeah, you see this like it looks like blood and like flesh kind of with like plates of like bone kind of situated on top. This is what it looks like.
Like, hi, do I know you?
Delicious.
You see similar runes, the ones that you had been previously like
Okay.
what's the word, studying the night before, and all the guards kind of like get in a huge like defensive like what the, and everyone seems to get like in a defensive like manner, and you can just hear Jinzo kind of like laughing maniacally.
Yeah. So Jinzo, do you know the future about me killing this person and stuff like that? Because that's probably what's gonna happen.
He just like, no, see, that's where it all ends, and then
Oh,
you
man.
see she kind of turns, looks at him, points a finger, and you see these like blood beams kind of streak from the things here.
These counterspell everything so you can't kill anymore.
Yeah, they pierce through and kill Jinzo.
Yeah. I was like, I'm not shocked about that one.
Fuck.
I mean, wasn't he gonna get killed anyway? I mean, it makes things easier for us, right?
Yeah.
Technically, we already have everything we need to know from him, so.
Yeah. And then it kind of turns to you.
Yeah, Artemis was like,
And-
Artemis was talking, like, just like he made, like, it corroborated to, like, what she's been saying, right? When he was saying, like, oh yeah, he was saying, like, yeah, when you lie to people, he's like, yeah, so they know, like, that the people, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So above game. Now you get the situation. The idea was to get a bunch of people important in a certain place,
Yeah.
and then have them die within Sagundian soil, and then blame it all. Yeah. This is the final piece. This is the question mark profit.
Uh-huh.
What? We kicked our ass, right?
Yeah, I mean, whoa, this thing, like, he must have a lot of confidence in this thing.
Yeah, that was my.
Yeah.
Cause I mean, these guys alone, I would assume, are not just like commoners.
Yeah. So, I mean, above game. Yeah, of course it's gonna lose. Of course it's gonna lose.
Yeah,
That's
but I
how D&D works,
mean,
generally.
Yeah.
Imagine if the first session was like, oh yeah, the Lich catches up to you guys and just kills you.
That'd be awful.
I thought it was gonna be another cutscene where like we get our asses all kicked, but then like they
No.
die saving us.
This is the retcon. This one's here for you to kill. It's
Okay.
not going to be much talking with it, just so you know.
I jump over and stab it, and it dies. It's like, wait,
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
It's like,
We'll go ahead and get an initiative started, but
yeah.
I think I'm feeling okay to go. Say what?
Time to use my ancient recall.
You gotta use it.
Got a six.
Hold
I'm
on.
busy
Let
talking.
me start the.
Would we have time to have done anything at all, or is it like just drop down, shoot initiative right away? Or...
I mean, if there's anything, I would have took a step back.
Yeah.
I'm being
I would
shot.
say you can get like a quick, like non-aggressive action. If you're gonna cast a spell on yourself, that's fine.
Yeah.
But-
Okay, Victor
okay.
is casting Odaluk's Resilient Sphere on Kina.
Okay.
The fuck is Odaluk's resilience? What is Odaluk?
She cannot be hurt.
Yeah,
Who's Odaluk?
it's a super impossibly
Who is
strong.
Odaluk?
I don't know what Odaluk is, but that's the name of the spell.
A spellcaster, I guess, if
Yeah, I
there was one.
assume, but I mean, who the fuck? Why is he special? Who's Odaluk?
I don't know.
Okay, you can add your.
I guess if a non-hostile action, Tyler would have taken the dodge action because things looked like it was going south real quick.
Yeah, as the glass shatters and this thing comes down, Sen's like, oh shit. He's gonna take the totem that he's got and he's gonna like crunch it down between his teeth.
Odaluk was one of the famous mages of Greyhawk. He was slain by some random guy in 584 CY at some Greyhawk War or something. I don't know. There's a picture of him. He's bald. He's very bald.
And with that, he's gonna use his entire, like, a complete full action.
It's weird how the guy was killed, the guy that makes a protection spell.
Oh no.
It's pretty ironic. The guy who makes the spell
I mean,
not be hurt by anything. Just
he could what's the word? He
Protected
could
someone?
also
that makes sense. He
I mean, he protected someone. Yeah, he
Yeah.
protected someone else. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It makes 100%.
Yeah.
The hierarchy of things is like you protect other people, you don't protect yourself. Yeah. So, at the hold on one sec. Top of the round, top of the initiative, you see them kind of like spread their arms, and these balls kind of go flying.
Balls everywhere. Everyone's taking balls.
Balls everywhere. This one will go.
there's balls everywhere.
This one will go.
Those little birds are the teleport thing. These guys are actually ethereal at the moment. They're just restricted.
Okay. This one will go back here.
What the fuck's ethereal? Wait, who's ethereal?
So they're like here and not here. Like they're here, but they can't do any actions until it gets to their turn.
So why are
Like
they
summoning
there?
sickness.
Just wait, what?
They have summoning sickness.
But I get that, but why are they here? Have they been standing here the whole time?
No, I just summoned.
His non-aggressive action was to use the totem. What is
Yeah,
it?
use the totem.
What does the totem do?
If I remember last time during the troll incident, I asked if I could have it to have an ability to where I can summon up to 6 guys.
Did you bring that up with everyone else?
Yeah.
I remember you asked if you
I
could
heard-
have. I mean, we said yes, that could be something you can have, but not like you get it. But I
We
mean,
didn't.
like,
Yeah, we
there
didn't
was-
work it out. Like,
Yeah. Like it was like we have to figure out a way to implement it. But like I thought you were asking like, is this? I thought you were asking like, is this good enough? Like, can we have like this type of thing?
You
Like,
can
yeah.
say that there. You can say that you
Outside.
have
They can be outside,
three of
yeah.
those.
Yeah, they can be
Yeah,
outside.
you can have 3 of your guards outside standing ready. Like
Yeah.
that's
hey,
fine.
you got your little protection crew.
Or all of them,
Okay.
whatever. Who cares? They're all outside by the cart. They run in. They all come
Yeah,
running in.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah, there's a big troop.
They're the
convoy
SWAT
outside.
team.
They're
Most of them
That's
died, so
Yeah.
FBI, open up.
I have
Exactly.
12. I got half my force just decimated.
Decimated reduced by 10.
Yeah,
10%.
it's one
Is it
time.
10%? Yeah, it's 10%, right?
Yeah, 10%.
As long as you lose 1.5.
They were
yeah, 1.5.
decimated
They were
5
decimated.
times. Your troops got decimated 5 times. It's fine.
So would it be centimated if it's to 100?
I don't know. Decimated's cooler, so you can say it like if they got.
I lost half
decimated.
my forces, basically.
Yeah. There you go. Your net worth was diminished by half of zombies or skeletons. It's fine.
Alright, full action.
Okay.
Gotta call these guys in.
So,
They come running in.
as that happens, they kind of get close to an individual, and you see a color get projected kind of like on your, like in front of you. You have like a little sigil. So,
Scanning.
It's gonna be like a moment where like the bomb falls right in front of the person and he's got the one line and he's like, shit, and then it just blows up.
Specifically going after odd people. Like the guard or the.
I guess they're prioritizing
I guess they don't like metal people. They're racist.
Strongest
threat.
Oh damn.
Yeah, basically prioritizing the biggest threats rather than the.
Now I'm
Yeah.
it's like now I'm offended. You should be offended, Victor.
Victor's not offended. This just makes him know his enemy's stupid, isn't it?
Yeah, sure. Whatever. How much sleep at night?
Okay, Victor, what are you doing?
Her plan is working. That people think she's incompetent.
So yeah, after with that short second of time, and the force field pops up around Kina, he sees that this thing is targeting Tylo, so he's gonna move here and just try to punch it, basically, after activating Mage Song.
We play keep away.
So you go and try and just nail it, and it seems to be moving around too much. Even if you it doesn't seem that this thing is targetable in any way.
You're not
Like,
good
Okay, I'm
enough.
gonna go. Then if that's the case, I would go punch them.
You're not good enough with the force yet. You gotta hit that little ball that flies around. Yeah, you can't hit
Yeah.
it.
So
Okay, so
I'm gonna move this one back just a little bit. Yeah. So go ahead and take your attack.
Okay. Wham.
I guess you get a D4 plus because of
the
glow.
D4. 20.
So
Who's getting hurt?
it's not that it misses. You go and take your strike, and as you do, your fist is met with this kind of like barrier. You kind of look, you kind of pull back and you see there's just like this blood kind of soaked to your hand, but it doesn't seem like it did anything.
She cast shield.
Okay, so let's see. Yeah. I presume that she probably cast shield.
She did.
So so she didn't cast a spell.
Yeah.
Can't hit the thingies. I don't know how it thinks.
You can make an insight check. I don't know.
Well, you already took
I have an idea.
the
I'm gonna
attack
try to grapple
action.
this motherfucker. I'm gonna try to grapple this motherfucker.
Wait, how do you have Ontolux or Resilient Sphere?
What has multiple resilience? What?
What do you mean? How do I have it?
Oh, wait.
It's a 4th level spell. He's definitely within level.
Wait, what are you?
Wizard, Artificer, Homebrew hybrid.
Got it.
Yeah.
He's a victor. That's what he is.
I'm a Victor, yeah. I am Victor. That's my class, basically.
Yeah,
My class is literally called
Artemis is
Class.
Artemis.
Yes,
I put Artemis' class as Artemis.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Class equal Victor. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna try to grapple them now instead. 14.
I guess you could say he's a wizard with like a blade singer, artificer subclass.
it's acrobatics or
Athletics. Your choice.
Now we get to see what the stats are.
So you kind of go around and grab her, and you just feel like blood's kind of seeping into your joints and your grooves and everything. But effectively, she can't move.
Was she trying to move to begin with?
Anything else?
Let me see. So
I was imagining you hugging her around her waist and she's standing there and it's like, whatever.
I'm going to
She's one of the magic
drag her
monsters.
over to here. She'll be next to Tylo. Yeah. Yeah, it's my turn.
What's his name?
Hi.
He who betrays.
Alright, so I saw him swinging at the ball initially, and it zipped out of the way, or was it weaving his
Yeah,
attack?
it seemed like he was going to try and hit it. It was just kind of like the golden stitch, just kind of moving too really fast to really comprehend where it is. It also has kind of that shimmer of something being displaced.
It that betrays.
But you can kind of, as you look at the one in front of you, it's got this green symbol on it, and you kind of look into your person, and that green symbol is still
Maybe
kind of in your person.
Yeah, something weird.
Alright, is it projected on my body, or is it actually a physical?
Yeah, it's kind of projected onto your body.
Laser sights.
So I'll try to punch myself.
Or punch it.
Well, if it's gonna dodge things pretty easy, I'm not gonna waste time trying to swing.
But baby, you
So I'm gonna hit myself with a jab. I'm going to allow the hit. Aiming for the mark.
Just roll your damage, I
I
guess.
snap my own neck. It's like, oh.
Right. What's my damage? D6. What's it? Bang. Take it down. But I'm aiming for the marking.
Yeah, so you go and punch the marking, and it kind of like it's on your arm. So you go and punch it, and you kind of like, oh fuck, that hurt. And it's just kind of like, and you look up, and you see that thing, and it's still just floating the same way.
God, all right, guys, don't hit yourself.
He's like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Like, he immediately turns the green light off and picks someone else. Like, nope, he's not a threat anymore. Never mind.
Guy, you're not supposed to beat yourself up. I learned that.
Wasn't planning on it.
You got a second attack.
So I'm gonna punch the red one.
Why not the green one?
I'm just gonna do the red one.
Okay.
It's alright. It's alright. Trust me, it's alright. Alright,
Complementary
so,
colors.
yeah.
So you're punching the red one over there?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you go and aim your thing, and it kind of like zips zaps, and then like as the flame kind of the force of flame kind of comes for it, it moves,
Oh,
and
wait.
you miss it. So you get the feeling this isn't what you're looking for.
Yeah, I was thinking like maybe like red hits green, green hits red, because like Pokemon rules, like you gotta be the Venusaur hitting the Blastoise, and then Charizard's gotta hit you.
Well, when you mix paint constantly, walk around painting walls and shit. Red and green are complementary, blue and orange, and then yellow and purple.
That is a clever thought, but no, unfortunately. Yeah.
Right.
We just hit
So you
everything
gotta
except for the
describe
one the color on you.
I just used the last attack to do a bonus attack on the green.
Okay. Yeah, still misses. You don't need to.
It's like, guys, I think I'm gonna walk away.
I think they're just your friends. Don't worry about it. They like you. Yeah, maybe just move away.
So you walk away. Yeah. Before after your turn ends, the lady in the back over here kind of brandishes her sword and like starts swinging at it, and goes, "The fuck are these things?" And like
Don't
everyone
know.
like
Trying to figure it out.
and
Don't hit yourself. Yeah, don't hit yourself. It doesn't seem like it does anything.
yeah, and you see her kind of like put her hand out and like kind of gesture, and the guards kind of like take an offensive action, like trying to surround the little thing. One of them goes to like protect. What's the word? Kind of takes the long way around and gets in front of Gale.
Like, to be fair, they haven't done anything yet, so we don't know. Maybe they just hang out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, you don't know. So right before theirs, I'm going to do all the other ones. Everyone seems to take a defensive action, but no one seems to move everyone seems to be like sizing up the enemy. Like it hasn't really done anything other than that. So, but people are getting in defensive positions. Bear sees you throw up Udalek's spear and kind of points at Victor and just like nods, like hits his chest, like you make him
I was gonna do that,
much
but
easier.
you
So
beat me to it.
he gets in front of Penelope, and he like gets in his like what you assume is bear style. It's just open hands, like he's gonna like maul something. But
I'm imagining that he's fighting like fucking watchdog man.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
I just kept thinking it was
From
like
One Punch
Booker.
Man,
I just kept thinking like Booker T the wrestler looking at his hand going like 5 times, 5 times, like 5 times.
Yeah. You see Gil just kind of look, and he kind of taps his staff as he goes invisible and kind of like saunters off. Oh no, he got wide.
He's Russian.
You're now he got wide.
He's like, good luck everybody.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk away.
Yeah. He gave the I'm out.
As the piece ends and this disappears. Yeah. Like, good luck everyone.
Asta kind of like takes his sword and like protect Caesar, and they like one of the guys like run over and like gets him and like tries to like move him away. Not far, but gets him. He doesn't do anything about that. You see Amelia kind of go over, jump up on the table there, and brandishes like a rapier. It's kind of like a flail, basically.
Yeah, she reminds me of those things from Magic, the big giant monsters. Got like this weird shell, but underneath it is like bloody and nasty.
Yep.
Okay.
So we'll go ahead and start from the top. Lady up top.
Lady up top.
Yeah, the red. She gets hit for 7 piercing. 23. She gets hit for 2 piercing. You see her as the 2 kind of blood bolts kind of pierce her, and she's like, yeah. As she kind of seems to be relishing in the pain. Like,
It's like that's hot.
So let me see. How do I turn off query? Let's see, I don't want it to query.
If you ever need another job, just let me.
Sorry, let me just. I'm going to turn off the query the thing because it's taking too many clicks. I just wanted to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Never roll
Is it the
advantage.
top?
Fine, yeah.
Top right.
Okay, so this will be next to flow, 2 to flow.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so 4 piercing. 2 to Kai. 18. 2 to Zan.
Is this shieldable?
Yes.
Attack, so it's shieldable.
One attacks to 23.
Yeah.
The other is
The
16.
16 I'll be able to block with a shield. And I will.
Okay. So you block 1 as 1 kind of pierces through the shield and you kind of wince in pain. 2 are to Tylo.
At disadvantage.
That's fine. So 14.
Shoot the shield with 1 Mac. Fire 1 right afterwards to go through.
18.
Both miss. Tylo is just
AC is
nimbly dodging.
19?
Yep, 19.
Okay. No worries. I just forget what your AC is at. Then. Huh?
Mine too, 19.
Oh, then did you even take damage? No, you didn't take any damage.
I hit
Yeah.
myself. Yeah, that's all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Hey guys. I mean, that was a good idea. I'm not gonna lie.
So then you see that it shoots bear. And then you kind of see that the orbs kind of retract to her position as she, one orb, they do it systematically. So one orb comes up to her, she looks over at Victor.
I need you to give strangling her, yeah.
Yeah, the manager's, you see this eye kind of like almost like place where her like center of her eyes is, and it kind of looks almost loving and friendly. I need you to make me a DC 15. And you shake it off. You just like, no, fuck off, lady.
I feel no love.
Tylo, give me a insight check.
Okay, so that the glass is on, so it's
Sorry.
18.
In that brief moment of time where the orb that kind of like attached to you went to her, you kind of saw an opening from your position.
On the ball or her?
On her.
Can't.
Okay.
I'm not able to. Can I tell where that opening was?
Yeah, it was like wherever you're positioned, it was made noticeable. So your orb went in front of her face, and then as it was staring like intently at Victor, you saw an opening.
Oh wait, so the orb that was next to Tylo did that?
Yeah. So the orb kind of vanishes and then appears in front of her as it looks at Victor very lovingly, and that's he felt like he was being succumbed, but he managed to shake it off. And in that time, Tylo felt like he had an opening.
Like the blood barrier went down or something, or like he was just standing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. Can I punch it or not yet?
You haven't read it in action to.
Yeah, so I was saying you have to ready action, so what I figured it's gonna be, but I don't know.
Yeah,
how.
okay.
Like, do we all get to notice that, or just Tylo?
Everyone can make me an insight. An insight. You're looking for a 15. So Goku, you see it.
Technically, we can
Kai.
just yell out if they even they don't.
Yeah, like I could have just yelled that.
Yeah, I mean you could yell it. You could just tell people too. That's fine.
But you're saying if we see it like at the same time, or it's like. We're all
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
fuck her
You're
up
all-
when
you're
she's
all-
doing
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. It makes sense that Victor is the one who doesn't see it, right?
He's looking at an eye right now. He's like, what the fuck
Yeah,
is your eye doing?
yeah,
Get out of my
exactly.
face.
Yeah, so those that you rolled 15 saw that it briefly opened up a window. So, let's do purple. So, it's actually going to look. You see the purple ball kind of in front of Zan, kind of teleport to her face. Zan, I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Don't let me down.
Like weird beholder eyes.
Fuck.
Okay, so this is like a beholder with that's
It's like a mini beholder.
honestly, that's that's cool. That's cool.
It's a beholder with other mechanics that I thought were pretty interesting.
Yeah.
So the red one kind of appears in front of her face again, and let's see. Who would it attack? I'm gonna make a wisdom save, only because there's a ball spawn in front. But
What happened?
she's targeting you. She wants to target you, but you're not the prime objective.
Okay.
What happened after that deck save?
You failed, so it's right above you. So you are slowed. Your movement is halved. You may take either an action or a bonus action, and you have no reaction.
You're basically under the slow spell.
Yeah. At the end of your turn.
Thankfully, I don't have the whole like interrupts casting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So at the end
You
of your
also
turn, you
can't. Yeah, you need to order your cards to do something or to cast. So you know.
You're talking as robots still, murderers.
Oh
Yeah.
my bad.
Yeah. So let me get a wisdom save. Yeah. So it's gonna attack Artemis.
That's fine. Wait.
Actually, it should be a
yeah,
disadvantage.
yeah, I mean,
so that was the normal.
no, doesn't that mean she's? Wait.
No.
Doesn't that mean she's going after an objective?
Yeah, I was like, she's smart enough to go after the objective, or she's like, yeah.
No. She wants to go after you.
Yeah.
That's not what the objective is.
Yeah.
So the wisdom save was to trying to, deny her main objective and go for what she wants to. But it was a disadvantage.
Because she's being controlled by someone. So.
She's being controlled. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So because she like fought off the compulsion to whatever.
Yeah. She's trying to. She's trying to kill you.
Yeah. Okay. I thought
the same. Yeah. So she. It looks like she's about to attack you, and then her head kind of snaps backwards and kind of looks over at the gentleman in the corner there, and the red one comes over, and he has to make a DC 15 con.
Guys, you might want to hide under the pews. They're gonna try to kill you. It looks like.
Get the hell out of here.
He rolled that one, so you just see him just kind of like taking that defensive stance and just being hit with 48.
Next time.
Yeah, so. So you see as that was a big hit too. Shit. Yeah. You see this kind of like this red beam kind of like pulse and bubble and then just shoot out, and it pierces him, and he just looks. And he kind of looks down and goes, "My silk!"
Here's Mark on his outfit.
Das ist nicht wichtig.
Oh, God, it hurt. And yeah, obviously what he thought was just like, this is going to be funny, the sense of, oh shit, I might actually die here. Kind of sinks in for a minute. Yeah. And she has one more attack. Let's go ahead and have the blue one. The blue one is going to be...
Did her attack flow?
It's
her attack.
No, it's her attack. She gets four eye gazes.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and it's going to target Flo.
Okay.
You need a frightful gaze.
Wisdom save. Let's see. Saving throw. Be frightened for 1 minute. Target can repeat the saving throw. Okay.
It did dull down some of the things just to make it because it's like a 12 for a normal beholder. It doesn't have its death ray, so you don't have to
Yeah, it does a lot of other
worry
stuff.
too
Or-
much.
Like a zombie beholder.
Or
Regular
it's
beholder.
anti-magic
Yeah,
code.
it's something similar, but it was just like a beholder was just like don't stand in front, and just it's gonna do things. So
Flow with
Yeah,
your mighty
so-
+0.
hey, you do it. It looks like she's about to like cower in fear, but she's just like gets like angry. She kind of shakes it off.
Like, get her
So
flow.
Tyler,
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Tylo sees the. Let's see. I can't attack that one, but these four, he is going to hit with a forceful flourish if possible. Nope,
okay above game, it's not gonna do anything.
Yeah, but he needs his arms out.
If you want your arms out, that's fine. They kind of zoom out of the way.
Okay. So Tylo has his arms out. There's no opening yet, right?
No.
It has to be on their turn, so you have to use your reaction to do it, it seems like.
Actually, can I retract it then? Sorry.
If he had to take the opening then he should have taken it then, right?
Well,
Yeah,
he
but-
didn't.
No,
yeah,
he gained
He
the
didn't know
knowledge.
how he had to do it, so
You gained the knowledge of it then.
Yeah, that's the knowledge of it. So Tylo is actually, so instead of the forceful flourish.
You can also communicate that with everyone so they know.
Okay, yeah. Tylo is going to make his voice boom with the glasses on, saying, "There's a small opening, but you have to attack quickly. When the orb, when the orbs in her face strike. That sounds more Russian than sure.
It's fine.
Yes, when the orbs in her face, you strike. So Tylo is going to ready his action to punch, and he's going to take the bonus action for the dodge action, spending 1 key point. Step of the wind.
Okay. Got it. Zan, you have either an action or a bonus action, and your movement is halved.
Good. As I slowly point over to these, and with that kind of slow motion jump, Zen is going to float 25 feet up in the air. Alright, now he's going to make a wisdom save.
Don't you have to activate your stuff to fly?
no, it's always active, right? Like,
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's fine. I just
not
was
fly
asking a
spell or
question.
boots of flying or anything. So.
For him to fly? I thought it was. I
Well,
thought he had the
reflavored
broom,
broom
but
of flying
I
as
think you
a,
just have a floating broom of flying. I think you just
Yeah.
yeah, right. It's
okay.
like
He's using.
so.
just reflavored it.
So the thing is, I don't know like if the broom of flying needs to be mounted like a horse or whatever, like you jump on it like a horse or something like that. I don't know. I don't know all those like mechanics to it, but I assume the RS don't care enough. So
I mean, that's fine. If it doesn't take an action or a bonus action to use, that's fine. I was just asking a question.
Jump on it and go.
yeah, like
got it.
at worst the horses you lose half your movement to jump on it.
Yo, let's freaking go!
Yeah, and then he uses his flying speed. And
Yeah,
just
yeah,
avoid,
yeah,
you know.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So as you kind of start floating up, you can feel that temporal like shift in you kind of change, and you're like, you seem to be fine now.
Alright. These guys are going to go.
What are they doing?
They're going to be, well, I say go get them, but they're going to hold their action, like with what they said, for whenever it goes up.
Yeah.
This thing here, and attack the little.
Wait, what? I don't think the ball.
They're gonna.
The balls wasn't exposed.
Yeah,
to the
she gets you have an opening on her when she uses the ball.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I said the reverse of what I meant.
Yeah, you're gonna shoot her when you get an opening. It's fine.
Yep.
Okay, Artemis.
Armor's like get her flow, but wait till you get the opening or whatever. Just do your fighting stuff, but don't be stupid. She's like, I don't know what that means. But let me see, was Flo smart enough to even? I didn't roll it for Flo. Maybe she just knows by herself. But
I mean, it was said aloud, so she can.
I want to see if Flo knew.
Very loud.
Yeah, Flo knew. Wait, she knew.
Okay.
Just making sure. I want to see how stupid she was. I forgot. Like maybe she has her 0. She got it. She got another 18. It's fine. Roll 2 18. No big deal. Yeah. So she's gonna get ready. I'm still gonna try to hit her with my psychic ability because I want to try, just because I can.
Okay.
Blah.
You go and hit her with that second ability, and she winces in pain.
Cool. It works. Also, I'm like, I can do it. Ooh, ball, get out of my face. Damn. I'm not in the balls. Get out of here. I don't know where I'm walking to.
Oh, that didn't work.
I was walking somewhere.
See. Okay. Top of the round.
Wait, can we walk
The
through
only
the
one.
balls? We can't walk
Huh?
through them, right? We can't walk through the balls?
You can walk through the balls. They're like hovering.
Okay.
We'll assume you're going to attack them and move out of the way.
I mean, they didn't attack Flo when she moved out
Yeah,
of the way.
they didn't attack.
Oh, it's attack of opportunity.
Neither.
The ball didn't get an attack of opportunity.
No,
Here's a question: can your balls take attacks of opportunity? I think not. So
I was just making a joke because you were walking like next to it and leaving it some space. So.
Yeah, I was testing it too. I mean, if
Yeah, I know. It's sometimes like, no, they don't.
yeah.
It's a trade-off right now.
Yeah.
They don't get attack of opportunities, but you know the mechanics.
Yeah.
Got to deal with the mechanics. So
They're not like real things. They're not like entities. They're like part of her or something or whatever. I don't know.
yeah, so we gotta kick her ass.
Yeah.
okay, so top of the round, the orbs kind of get close to the person they projected the color, since the individuals have not really dealt any damage. So Victor, what are you doing?
I'm gonna keep like doing weird shit, like fucking with her, like the chick. Let's see if I can get her to attack me.
So the reaction to attack her happens on her turn?
Yeah. When she doesn't
Okay.
attack, yeah.
So to be clear, above game, the opening opened up in Tylo's general area.
Is she open now?
She's not. So above game, without just saying
Yeah,
it,
it looks like it comes from
I'll just say it. It's fine. Everyone, the
this
opening
component,
is
right?
it correlates. The color correlates to who gets the opening.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically I can't do anything to her.
You can't do anything yet. Colors change
So I can't
whenever
do
she's.
anything because I can't.
I mean,
Yeah, it seems like
yeah,
one
hurt
person
anyone.
can do one thing each round. We're gonna be here a while.
She does not.
Let me think.
But she gets how many attacks?
Uh,
She gets 4, so potentially 4 people can do it if she uses all of the colors.
So swarm her basically, or
You fucking eat it, Caspian.
you know, does she look like she's breathing?
yes.
I'm gonna start strangling her, like actually strangling her, because I have her grappled. So fuck it. If I can't actually just punch her or cast a spell at her or whatever, I'm just gonna strangle her. Fuck it.
Okay.
How does strangling work? I don't remember.
Oh, there's a certain thing. They need to make
You
sure.
wrap
Yeah,
your
it's like
hands around her
suffocation
throat.
rules.
Yeah, and
but, like,
you
how do we
get her in like a
rules?
couple of minutes. It's fine. She'll die of non-air in like 3 minutes. So like a few hundred turns, you'll get her
Well, if she's holding her
not how
breath.
that works.
or whatever.
If you're choking somebody, they get a number of rounds equal to their con mod.
Constitution, yeah, Constitution modifier, and then past that point.
How is
And
then they just go to
different
0 hit points.
I mean, Artemis, do you need to eat, breathe, or sleep?
Oh, I don't because I.
Well, that's because she's a demon.
No, I'm not. Well, I
Well,
transcend
whatever.
because I got more ball spawn stuff in me. But Flow still
Yeah.
does.
Wait, isn't it that they suffer a point of exhaustion for each point that they can't breathe, and then like obviously.
No. It's just
Why is strangulation different from holding your breath?
because you're
obviously
suffocating. You're not holding your breath.
Blood pressure.
You don't have any air immediately. When you're holding your breath, you have a number of minutes equal to con mod. But then,
Do you feel air in your
once you have no more air, you start dying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she already has
If you
her
start,
grapple.
if you start choking somebody, then they can't hold their breath.
I mean, I guess if you're punching them in the stomach, it would make sense. But I mean, I don't know. In the lung.
Or a throat punch.
I mean, if someone just comes up from behind you and starts choking you, you're not gonna be like, hold on, let me hold my breath.
So You're trying to think around the block.
Yeah.
I
That's really
give
the only thing I can do. I have nothing else I can do.
Artemis doesn't need to eat sleeper because she's like part god already. Because he's
You're
finished
you're like an
by-
Oni as well. They don't eat.
Oh, I don't know. But yeah, that part was just because Artemis has already absorbed some of the ball spawn soul, so she's like closest one to being the god of murder or whatever. Those things were to represent that stuff.
You need one of those DBZ like.
But I mean, if I don't know what that thing is, so it might not need to eat or breathe. I don't know what it is. Because most of balls
It's clearly
killing are just
breathing,
like,
so
yeah,
probably needs to
also-
breathe.
You need
yeah,
a little
ball
scanner
spawner
to see how many souls a person has.
Yeah, ball spawner are like
So over
like,
9,000.
like Fire Force things almost. Like they're just like people that were born from a mortal and a god. So they're like things like real
Bro.
people. So whatever this thing is a mutation, right? So it must be like it might not need.
Go
to
ahead and
eat.
just give me a strength. Yeah, a strength because you're trying to strength.
Okay.
Wait, but it's not.
15.
Go ahead and roll a d4
All right.
plus your strength if you have any. You have
Yeah. So 8.
8. She takes 8 points of damage. Okay. It's you don't feel like it's really effective, but just she didn't expect you to start squeezing her neck.
Okay, so I'm just crushing her. Okay.
Yeah, you get the feeling like this might not work the next time, but she didn't expect you to just start. It was unexpected, basically.
Yeah.
You thought you were gonna hug her,
Well,
but then
if I'm crushing her, what?
You thought she maybe thought you were hugging her, and then she's like, wait a second.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, now she's choking, so she has a number of rounds equal to her con mod before she just drops to 0 HP, assuming she needs to breathe.
Oh no. He's being kinky.
Probably assume that that's not the case. It's more so like the pressure that you put it on her neck. She was like, yeah. So it's probably not a effective. Yeah, it's something. Don't worry, the colors change once she takes damage. So once things change after the round, at the top of the round, they switch people. So you will get a chance to do
I
things.
guess that's a full action.
Yeah.
So all I can do bonus action. Nothing without breaking concentration. So yeah, just there.
Could I bonus action, dodge, and hold action to attack in the open?
Yep.
That's what I'm doing.
Then,
Oh, I guess a Tinder.
yep. All right.
Wait, were the colors supposed to change already?
No, well, they changed, but they only change whenever you've figured it out. Because otherwise, everyone readies their action for a color, and then because it hit. So Tyler's opening is only when the orange one attacks, and Kai's opening is only when the green one attacks.
Yeah.
The red one would be only when the red one attacks. Flo's is only when the blue one.
Yeah.
So. So everyone has a specific window of time that they're supposed to strike, but they switch after people figure that out at the top of the round. Or probably after her turn so that people can prepare for it next time.
Okay, because it was like, well, great.
Yeah,
I just spent
yeah, I mean, your guards unfortunately will not have their attacks go through because they're not the ones being targeted, but yes.
Wait, well, that means that she's going to get a free hit on me every single time, though.
Yeah.
It's not always
her turn.
It's not always on you. Remember, Victor got charmed, or attempted to charm, but he wasn't struck with the blue.
It should be at. This is really weird because like Kai's not gonna get to attack ever really then.
Yeah.
Because
Kai's gonna get to attack right now.
Yeah, he doesn't have a ranged punch thing or whatever.
Yes.
Well, no. But wait.
The way you described it made it seem
Oh,
like...
it lasts for the whole turn. Oh, okay. Okay, it's not your reaction. This requires a whole turn. Okay, so that doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't.
Just it'll make sense. I promise.
Okay.
You got it.
If it lasts for her whole turn, wouldn't she have been affected by Tylo's
Yeah, that's what I was
flourish
thinking too. So yeah, it didn't work. Yeah.
Whenever it happens, yes. And then
Didn't he already do
after
it,
her
though?
turn, no. Just wait, please. I promise it'll make sense.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I mean, let's see. I don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you've held your action, and it comes down to her turn. The other one's kind of dealing with their own things. So it's her turn now. So the orange one we said was this is going to do something. The purple, or so, let's see, blue is going to look at Artemis and try to fear her. So, where's fear? Right. So you need to do that. As the blue orb enters her face, a small opening opens up for Flo, and she would take her attack at that point.
Maybe not.
Did you tell her to do it?
Well, I gotta see this first. Let's see. Hold on.
Isn't that what you told her to do? Didn't you tell her to wait till she has an
Flo
opening?
might be using her reaction to save Artemis. Okay, let's get my wisdom check.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so Flo. Shoop. And I get to reroll.
It's an ability that the boss minions are given.
Who's being targeted here?
Whenever Artemis is targeted by anything that I can make a d20 roll for, if I fail the roll, Flo can give up her turn and her reaction to let Artemis reroll pretty much.
I thought Flo's being the target.
No, you said
It's not
Artemis,
Flo.
right? You said
No.
Artemis is getting...
Once again, just because the orbs go to someone and like target them does not mean that they are the only target of the attack.
Doesn't work. Artemis is still afraid.
The orb kind of goes over to a guard. She looks over at a guard and charms. And let's roll d20. Tyler, your window of opportunity opens up. You can take your attack.
Okay. Tylo is gonna punch.
Wait, I thought you said that you get the opening on your entirety of your turn, or
no, it is on her turn when you.
I've been really confused. I've heard like opposite things.
That's
from
what I
several
thought
people.
at first, but then you said Kai can attack now, and I was like, how can Kai attack on his turn?
No,
yeah.
listen.
Yeah, someone said something. Yeah, someone confused me.
Above game, this is. Whenever the orb of a corresponding color, you've been marked with a color. When they use the orb of that color, which I will tell you, orange right now is being used. Blue was used before, and Flo could have taken an attack, but she used her reaction to do whatever else.
Yeah.
So the orange one is being used, which is the charming. It is charming someone else, so it can target other people other than the color it is correlating.
It just allows that person to attack. Yeah.
And it allows that person to make an attack when
if
she
you had
uses
a ready action. Yeah, if you had a ready action.
If you have, yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought at the beginning, but then someone said Kai can attack, and I was like, wait, how can he attack on his turn to do that?
I mean, so we got that. So
yeah, I had it originally, and then someone confused me, and I have it again.
Yeah.
I guess that's what I said. We all have to hold our action.
Yeah, and at the end of her turn, after she's received damage from someone who has a mark, the marks switch to different people.
Yeah.
But it allows everyone who's held their action to hit her on that turn to get her, their damage. So it's a wait for your turn on her turn to attack.
Wait, but the slow caused me to not be able to take a reaction, so I just got skipped.
Slow thing wore off, didn't it?
Yeah, it wore off. So
no, but like you have to use.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, you get screwed if you get affected by that. Yeah.
Mechanic, you just gotta work around.
You gotta work around it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's like most of the raids, including the fear one.
Like even this, it was a stupid idea for me to even try to do the Flo's ability thing and punch her because it was like we could barely get any chances to do it. But I was like, fuck it, this makes more sense for my character. Doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just the mechanic is counteracts the mechanics that I used to. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. Anyways,
so for the guard,
so
it succeeds. So you can make your punch.
The mechanic
25 hits.
Makes sense because
29 hits. So Tylo, can I have it make a con save?
Con save, yes.
That doesn't seem good.
Yeah, that's like I'm gonna bug game. I'm gonna stop you right there. Let's not do this.
If you stun her, she doesn't get
that shot.
Not doing its moves.
Okay.
What?
If you stun her, she can't attack, which means we get no more.
I should have put it in me to stun, but we'll just say like above game, don't do this.
Okay.
Like, don't stun her,
even longer than
it's not gonna. It's
already a long, drawn-out, boring fight.
All right.
Let it go. Just let it happen.
Fair.
Wait,
all right.
Banishment?
Tylo just saw someone get hurt, and he's, I guess, he He saw a civilian get hurt or a representative, and he did not want to take chances. So, okay, so not stunning strike. Can he do a wrestling move then?
Yeah.
All right. I would like to do. I guess the Mad Mamba strike. So I'll roll a stealth roll. See if that works.
I'm imagining a wrestling combo right now because Victor's like choking her out from behind and shit. Just like you just sneak up on the side.
That's a 9.
Unfortunately, you
Yeah.
go to make your punch, and then you go to get another one in, and the blood kind of stops you.
All right. Next time I'll ask in advance to make sure it doesn't.
It's fine. Like I said,
I just noticed it. Yeah, I just noticed.
It's a confusing mechanic that was meant to trip you up, which it did, and I apologize that it's not more clear. And if this is not something that's fun for people, then I won't
this is
ever
horrible.
do this
This is like
mechanic
one of the
ever
worst
again.
fights ever. It's like all around just like horrible. It's like the last fight plus worse. It's like you can use any of your stuff, and I was like, cool. And now you can only do it as a reaction. Cool. Now I'm going to do. It's like okay, the idea of yeah.
I mean, at this point, I'm just gonna throw a big monster at you and just let you do it. I thought that's what you wanted. Like I said, it's fine. I get it. I'm not gonna put something complicated.
I said the same thing I said before. Anything that says players can't do their fun and cool stuff, bad idea.
Once again, you can definitely do it. It's just extra steps. Like I said, I get it.
Like my issue with this right now is just like there were enough orbs here for the player characters, but you had one go to a non-player character.
Do it, Victor. Yeah, do it. Do the thing. Victor, you can do it. Do it.
I'm talking.
Like,
got it. So.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah.
Yeah, Slothful Gaze is going to go to Flow. Make a DC 15.
Oh, what gaze?
Slothful, that's the one for Zan.
Okay.
Is this a moment in which my
You know what, I'm just gonna, just because, let's just get this on, go ahead and 2 of your guys get attacks in. Just go ahead and make 2 attacks.
It's the door. No, it's not. Wasn't the time, but yeah, it doesn't matter. Your guys can't do anything in this fight. That's the point. Your guys can, unless the orb walks up to a skeleton and targets it, it can't do anything ever in this fight.
I mean,
I'm sorry. That's just funny. None of them rolled higher than a 10.
Yeah.
I mean, they only have +4. What do you expect?
I expect them to roll higher than average.
All right then.
Okay.
Fire them.
And then the last one was Paralyze, which is the one in front of Kai. Which is going to paralyze the guy in the back. And you can make your attacks.
Do 15
hits.
Alright, so I'll do my 10, so I'll go roll the ignite. That's a 1, so it's 11.
Quick question.
Yes.
This lady looks like she's obviously controlling these orbs, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Not at all.
So Artemis is controlling it the whole time.
These are all Victor's newest drone line, and he's testing them out.
Orb shift. So Victor gets red. I'm not gonna do this anymore. Let's see. We'll give it all to the player. This one's switching. Put one over there. Put one over here.
No, not Jerry.
Yeah, Artemis doesn't need one. Flo needs one.
Okay. Just put it over here.
Can you put more than one on the same person?
It doesn't look like it. And this one's moving here.
Wait, why can't you? Can you just put two of the different color things?
Oh no, I'm assuming that the mechanic that you can't, because if that'll be the
Oh.
smart
Yeah,
move.
but-
The smart
yeah,
move would be to
Yeah,
put.
like Nick's response sounded like he thought he couldn't. Like,
No.
The
It
smart-
was more like you shouldn't because then it limits your
Yeah.
attacks and
Yeah.
and
The smart
apparently
move
this is
she
already
puts
painful
it-
enough. And,
Yeah, the smart move
yeah.
she puts them all in an ant, and then she just kills us while the ant doesn't do anything, right? That's a smart move for the mechanic to do, or whatever. I don't know why she chooses to do this, but you know, she just feels like it.
You're around, so you are there. You can do what you like.
Tylo is gonna go around and.
Raffler,
You know what?
play tug of war.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to
Play
do.
tug of
Astral Arms, so I'll take a key point, and he is going to try to grapple her as well. I'll just roll a medicine since that's what it's equal to.
I'm gonna try something.
A 6. So I grapple her.
Well, hey, you might roll low. Oh, wow. Yep.
Yeah.
So she's grappled 2 times.
Yes, she's grappled twice. A guy on
Yeah.
Oh,
each.
because you rolled a 6. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Okay, you beat her by 1.
We're playing tug of war right now.
Yeah.
Let's rip her in half.
Yeah.
You guys are dirty.
Listen, we have to double team.
Literally, no.
Can you make this token, like, zoom in on this token? I want to see what this is. I'm gonna do something stupid. She's okay looking. Fuck it. Why not? It's...
Are you gonna like? I could use the art. Gonna like turn into one of them, draw fire. Try to...
Yeah. I was gonna turn into one to make an illusion of them and just trying to like play a shuffle game with them.
Okay. Anything else, Tyler?
Wait, who's this person on? Is this one on her or him?
It's the guy.
Oh, skeleton. Okay.
Yeah.
Tylo.
Yeah, Bobby and Jerry, the skeletons, are in danger.
Would it be okay to like push her down, Victor, or would that ruin your plans?
No, that'd be good because then she'd be
Yeah,
prone and I'd have advantage to
yeah.
punch her on my turn.
Yeah. So Tylo is going to try to push her down. I guess another athletics check.
You go and try and pull her, yank her down. She's immediately being prone.
Yep. Can't do it.
Can't be knocked prone.
Oh no, I think it's Kai. Wait, it's Mama Kai. Never mind. Yeah, but that ends Silo's turn.
Okay. Zen. You have your action, bonus action, reaction.
All right. Time to do the thing that I didn't want to do because it's kind of boring. All right. I'm going to cast Banishment on her.
It doesn't work.
Wait.
Although
Why?
she might be from this plane, she might just come back.
Well, I mean, she might be immune to it because she does no opening.
Yeah, but if anything, this is an opportunity to get everyone who isn't necessary the fuck out.
I mean, they could have walked out whenever they wanted to, right? I mean,
Yeah. Like, does everyone else here just not go?
I mean, it's only been 6 seconds, so I mean, it's just it says
you're
yeah.
running away from a monster.
Yeah.
Now the
This
people
is a moment of
yeah.
self, or not sacrifice, but you know what I mean.
of you just casting a spell. to use it.
Self-reflection.
All right.
It's like saying I'm casting fireball.
Jan looks at her and with like a quivering in his hand.
Oh, we know she's from this existence. So what does it do?
So she uses her 1 legendary resistance to succeed.
Damn it!
Oh wait.
If
What is
she
it?
is from this plane, she just goes to like a demi-plane or an astral
She
plane,
just goes to the astral sea.
Matters.
and then after the concentration ends, she'll appear back.
Okay. This doesn't really do anything.
Yeah.
It just gives us time for people to run out, which they can do either way.
I wish I could.
Yeah, but she just legendary resistance to it, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't really do anything either way.
Fuck.
I know it would have been a little useful. But yeah.
I mean, they can just walk out. I mean, they're not like she's the only thing that can hurt us. Like, no, they can just walk
Yeah.
away from these things. I mean, they might just chase them, or she might just be able to. Oh, I don't know. She might be able to find them, right? I don't know. We don't know what she's capable of.
Yeah.
All right.
Consider
Anything
they-
else?
Well, back to
Movement speed. Move over here. Bonus action. Go get my guys to go grapple her too.
Dog pile. Dog.
Well, if it's working, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, everyone. She's already grappled. She's not even like trying to resist. They just dogpile her.
Yeah, I don't know
Don't
why.
put like a
I guess
million
they're
rolls
trying to do
there.
the whole like they hurt her because of. I don't like.
Once
it's
again,
kind of weird thing.
when they go and like grapple her, she's unable to move, but they feel like a barrier of blood between them.
Yeah, like what is the grappling?
Wait, so
Silo is-
if one goes on top, she just like levitates it?
Can you not block her so Flo can? Okay.
Yeah, it's better if you don't block her.
Yeah.
How about, like, you could order your guys, hey, get people out of here.
Yeah, I mean, you can do a
Pragmatic
lot of
people
things.
move
Like,
them out,
yeah. I mean, I was trying to do stupid fun. I don't know, but I guess I should just attack her because no one else is doing silly things.
I mean, I was gonna say that, but like, obviously they're not invalids. They can probably get out on their own. Like, what am I gonna do? Help action?
I mean, they all seem like they're probably decently strong people too. So I was gonna say the mechanic works for the idea because if she's coming in with a big group of people, having an ability where she doesn't get dogpiled easily, because only certain people can attack her at certain times, then it makes sense for that kind of thing, right? So like, these people could be really strong people, but they can't do anything about it because they're not able to attack her. I mean, he did get hit for like how much? Like 30 something, 20 something damage, and he's still alive, so he's not a commoner.
Okay. Anything else then?
No.
Artemis.
I'm gonna give it another round of doing silly stuff before I go. I'm gonna see if I can get feared or whatever. It's like, I guess it makes sense. I'm like, oh no, I'm scared of her. I'm gonna go do other stuff. You guys good luck, got this. And I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna transform into her. And I guess I can't do both of those things. I'm making an illusion first. I'm making an illusion of her and jump it inside of her and jump out of it and hopefully
You like incendiary?
What?
I'm just trying to figure out you jumping in and out of the illusion of her.
Yeah, but the idea is because of D&D stupid, you can't like tell things to move at the same time or whatever. It's kind of like whenever she gets a chance to move, I shuffle around with her, with the illusion or something.
Yeah, they're playing whack-a-mole.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whenever that random thing happens, whenever I don't know how mechanically I can even do that. I don't know if I even can mechanically do that.
It's fine. I take into account what you're doing. I got it. I understand.
Get her protected.
Yeah, I get it. Okay. And you're gonna tell Flo to.
Yeah, I'd go in and. Did Flo fail
Okay.
something? Is Flo affected by something?
No, she survived. She succeeded.
Okay, and I'm just gonna tell her to. She has a thing on her.
Yeah.
She has blue or yellow. She has yellow, right?
Yellow. You have blue.
Okay, let's do it.
Did you pass the fear save?
I'm about to do it now.
That's
turn,
it.
right?
Okay.
Okay. Now I'm gonna try and pass the figure save. Wisdom save, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm no longer a scared.
You're no longer a scared.
Yeah, not scared. Okay.
No longer have pyrovision.
I'm done.
Victor.
What? Oh, yeah, this. I should probably do the thing, just focus more damage. Though, because of D&D rules, you have to use concentration when holding a spell. Couldn't use Booming Blade or I'd risk exposing Kina. Not gonna do that. Oh, that's concentration. Yeah, okay, just actually.
Yeah, the smart move here is just to be my turn. I hold action to get opening. I'm done. My turn. I hold action to get and then we all just punch her until she goes out. Right? That's
Yeah, but Victor's not holding his action because of.
Yeah,
Kina.
he can't because he has to put the shield on. Oh no, he can. He can hold his action with a punch.
Yeah, I can.
As long as it's
No, but it'll drop concentration.
No.
Spell.
It's not concentration to hold a punch.
No. If I do a Booming Blade,
Yeah,
it'll
Booming
be,
Blade. Yeah. A Booming Blade you can't do. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do it because you drop concentration.
But no, I had a thought. What if I just like flew up and dropped her, then came back down and then attacked her on
I
my
mean,
turn?
I mean,
she'll
that's
probably hit the ground and bounce with a blood shield, and then we won't be in range to hit her when it's our turn to get the offense.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Okay, fine. I'll just move my action to punch her, I guess. Nothing else.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so I don't have a mark on me, so I just kind of like walk over to homeboy and heal him.
Yeah.
Okay.
And done.
Got it. Okay, so it seems like this one gets ready to make an assault after you yelled and said to look for openings. So she's readying a move. And then, let's see, everyone else starts escorting people. Is Kina able to move in the sphere?
She can move, yes. She has to use her action to move at half speed, I think is what it is. Let me check. The sphere is weightless. However, it can be picked up and moved by other creatures, so Bear could just pick her up like a hamster and carry her.
So that's what Bear will do. He'll pick her up.
Yeah, it's weightless, so it's basically the same as carrying her.
Yeah. So she.
Iggy.
And everyone else, except for Asta, staying by. And they kind of have like a thing. It's like, run, run, you fool! But yeah. No, there's an exit on the other side. It's just I try to make the map big enough so you see it, but yeah, there's an exit on the other side. So
like the special chambers where they go reconvene,
Yeah.
drink coffee.
Panic room.
Yep. So then things start happening. We'll go ahead and do Slothful on who's our big ones? Anger Ray. So okay. So on one of the guards, it looks at it very angrily, and a opening opens up for Victor.
Anch. Ah, lovely.
Bum, 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 bum.
In hindsight, see how terrible this is. So
Well, you can roll a
This is going to take
d4.
forever.
It's a nat 1. Doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a nat 1, right.
Yeah.
So automatically fails.
Yeah.
Sorry, with the new dark mode, it's hard to tell.
I know, your dark mode guy is like reverse Batman.
Yeah. It's reverse back.
So you see it just like vaporize one of the guards. Flow is the yellow. So
Honestly,
Flow.
reverse Batman is scarier than normal Batman. I'm going with that.
Because the glowing black eye.
Yeah.
Dark mode makes it.
The last thing the Predator sees when Victor gets the jump on it.
That's-
The last thing.
Why is their dark mode so bad?
The opening opens up for Flo as the creature looks over at the person of the head of your house and gives him like an angry look, and he starts fucking laughing. He probably gets the feeling that he's immune to being afraid or
Well,
frightened.
her one attack with a whopping 14.
She can't put anything on her stuff.
Nope. She can do her. Oh yeah, she can do her thing, her aggressive. Because okay, 17.
Yep. Hits.
I forgot that I took it off. Okay, 12 damage, and she's immune to knockdown, so I guess so 12 damage. She punches her one time. Punch. It's funny.
Oh wait, I'm stupid. I was within 60 feet. Like, would a 17 have hit?
Yeah, 15 would have hit.
Oh, okay. Then can I maybe can I retcon
Sure.
one of them? Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, it hits.
Roll damage.
It was 14.
She gets poked.
So the interesting part of why this is kind of it's a really anti-fight because we only get one attack each, and we have a lot of monk type people that do their main damage from multiple
Yeah,
attacks.
we got a
Yeah,
whole bunch of
four of
punches
them?
here.
Like I said,
monks.
in my head, this was an interesting mechanic.
Yeah,
and I thought it was
I'll
like
explain.
I said, it was just.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I'll explain. We'll talk about it later. Yeah.
Ah, you learn by
No,
experience.
I get it. I understand it 100% why it feels bad. I'm just a little disappointed in myself that I didn't really think about it that way. So, like I said, it's.
I'll give you like a pointer on how I do like this rule of thumb thing. It's kind of easy, but Like,
Yeah. So what would you roll for damage?
14.
Okay, I need to reload because I don't see the 14.
he didn't do the 14.
14's all the way back.
He went up to the top.
over
He
here.
took the damage they rolled.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. You didn't re-roll damage. You just okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, that's fine. Let me reload my thing real quick. Okay, so 14. She takes her attack. We'll do a green, which is paralyze. On Kai. Kai's gonna give me a con save. I'm pretty sure.
Like a possible.
Yeah. You are stunned. You're paralyzed. For 1 minute. At the end of your turn, you can make a save. But with that, the NPC's here turn kind of opens up, and you kind of see her do like a thrust, and a beam comes out of her blade. And hits.
Yeah.
Who does it target?
The boss?
Who?
The boss. It targets this.
Oh, who did that? Oh,
This person is attacking this.
Oh, the
Oh,
boss.
okay,
I
okay.
was like, what the hell? Yeah, okay.
As a beam kind of shoots from her saber.
What color is the beam?
It's a light blue. And the final beam, so 1, 2, 3, let's do Slothful. It looks to the prostitute and does the Slothful the gaze. So she's going to make another attack, Zan.
All right.
She looks like she's in slow space, basically.
He's fine.
Yep. So things change. Sorry,
It's
Tylo gets a
one
yellow.
attack.
Say what?
It's not 2 attacks, right?
Double click
No,
back.
Oh,
yeah.
Sure.
So 13.
Then why did you roll 13?
It's looking pretty close to dying.
Okay.
So this one's gonna go.
I don't know why I walked
Here.
over here.
What?
Don't know.
I walked over here to cast illusion next to her. I guess I came to tell her, like, hey, mix around with the illusion on your turn so you don't get stabbed. But I guess it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I've like just having you guys finish it off because I feel ashamed. So
Yeah,
yeah.
that's cool.
Red will go to this guy. Let's see, he got blue. Yes, you get purple now, and we'll give this guard orange. I think that's everyone who's changed them. And no, we'll just give green to you. Okay, so that's turns. Tylo, you're up. You just wait for your turn.
Yep,
Does
basically.
he have a color?
Artemis, do you? Yeah, he has yellow.
What does Flo have?
She had yellow.
Okay, so she has nothing? Okay.
Yeah, she does not.
I'll put yellow dot mine.
Thank
Here
you.
we go.
Yep. So you're gonna hold your action? Yes. Do anything else?
I guess bonus action, step of the wind, dodge.
Okay. Then
All right.
you're up.
Time for another spell.
Just magic missile her.
Most likely, she's not even gonna get hit.
Nah, the psychic thing's been working, so magic
Yeah,
missile
if I do
probably would.
psychic damage specifically, Nick might have been okay with the psychic actually hitting because it gave me another fight where Artemis, yeah.
All right. Get yeeted.
I think you have to wait for your turn to do anything, right?
It is my turn.
I mean,
It is his turn.
to hold your action to throw it on their turn when there's no
Oh,
turn. Okay.
screw that. I'm casting a spell. Plus, I can also put a reaction.
Okay.
Plus, you can also do a reaction. What?
No. Forget I said anything. I'm casting the spell.
Go ahead.
Okay, so intelligence saving
Intelligence
throw.
save. No.
What happened?
I asked you to reroll. Can you reroll, please?
What is this?
Oh.
Silver bar.
Oh,
silvery
silver
barbs.
barbs. Oh, cool.
Okay, you're using that
When
as
the
your
lucky
reaction.
feat doesn't let you reroll saves, so you get a spell to do it.
Wait, what is this?
It's silvery barbs. It's a spell that lets you reroll someone else's saving throw.
You can cast two. It was reaction. Oh, it's reaction. Okay.
Yeah, it's a reaction.
Okay. Where is this from? This is cool.
It's a Strixhaven thing, I think.
Fails.
All right. So she's gonna take 3d6 psychic, and she has no reaction until the end of its next turn. And its next turn it either has a movement, an action, or a bonus action, and it only gets one out of this.
It doesn't matter, because everything she does is one action, or probably something like that.
She has 1 health left.
I got it.
Oh, I get to give someone advantage. Hold on.
Explode their head.
And advantage? Damn, that's a strong first level skill if you use spell, if you ask me.
Is that the
Yeah.
one that Riggs had? They nerfed in the.
No, it's different. Tasha's Mind Whip is the one you're thinking of, not Silvery Barbs.
Tasha's Mind Whip used to stun.
Yeah, Silvery Barbs is really good.
Yeah. Oh wait, no,
Silvery
not
Barbs.
Tasha's Mind Whip. Mind Thrust is what I'm thinking of. The Mind Thrust got replaced by Mind Spike.
I wished it stayed where it was. It should have been good.
What is? It was broken. What is
Eh,
this? What is
it was
this
broken,
silver?
yeah.
What level spell is this?
A second level stun spell wasn't that bad.
Well, what is this silver? What level is this?
Oh, first.
First.
That's a really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
That's
it's
a really
really
strong
good.
spell.
Yeah. That's ridiculous. Okay, whatever.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It's
So,
like shield on
Zane is done.
steroids.
Yep. Artemis, blow her head up.
You've got advantage too.
It doesn't.
You have advantage on your automatic hit.
So, I would want to stab her with a dagger, but I can't because I had to wait to her turn till she attacks to do it. So I'm going to.
I mean, you can just walk over there and just wait. And
Yeah,
we'll let
just
you
wait
take the
until
first
everyone
one.
takes.
We'll let you go first, so you just
it's
stab
fine.
it.
Just go ahead and do it. I'm not about to stop you now.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's not even you've defeated the DM. The DM has just been demoralized. It's fine.
Like mechanically,
Put
I
him
should
on
just
demoralize the
target
DM.
with
No,
my
no,
instant
I
cast
got it.
ability.
I know. It's not like a big deal.
I'm gonna as I stab her
with.
with the dagger, I do my instant cast ability, so she dies mechanically properly, and then I stab her with the dagger and absorb her. Cause fuck this bitch.
You know what? It's even more cinematic like this. Okay, watch. You take the dagger and you press it up against the blood wall,
Yeah.
and the blood starts going into the dagger as you slowly go past it and just go into her. And you just twist,
Yeah.
and she just succumbs and gets absorbed. Like I said.
I do the shame soon thing. Your soul is mine.
It's mine.
Yeah. So you've conquered the DM's horrible battle. Yeah.
I was too mean, but I mean,
No. It's not too mean. It is a respectable criticism, but it's just once again, I probably overthought it and then made it like much more.
Yeah, I can explain all
enticing
the
in my
reasons.
head.
Yeah, I can explain all the reasons like why it made a complete sense.
No,
and why
I get it. You don't need to. I'm obviously aware of seeing it. One, it was clunky, didn't really make like a lot of sense. Like narratively, yes, it might have made sense, but
yeah,
mechanically doesn't really feel good. I get it. Yeah,
there's a bunch of ways that it could have been handled.
But
Yeah, it could have been handled a bunch
yeah,
of different cool ways.
once again, it was. Yeah, I get it.
If anything, it seemed like it wasn't overthought; it was like underthought. Like he thought of like this will work, and he just did it right. He's like, wait a second, yeah.
meme
No,
that
no,
one
so-
joke that I made earlier about the inverted Batman
Yes.
in the Eriast chat.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But I think the more interesting stuff is what the hell's happening in the courtroom.
basically,
I
things
was
kind
feeling
of.
a little drowsy too whenever we were discussing applications.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll kind of like has to just kind of like everyone okay like questions like they yell like at this time like guards kind of outside reinforcements because it only was like 30 seconds that this happens like finally come and start repairing people, you know, like getting people patched up and just like you know, people having commentary. We'll leave it here for people to kind of talk and do other things just because it's a little bit later.
There's a
But
lot going to
I
happen.
understand. Yes, there's a lot going on, but
Yeah,
I understand why this was bad. I apologize,
that's cool.
but
Now we'll turn to stream.
I would